Hi there, this is Jim Chosky with Stifel Financial. You're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rodolini Field at Thorn Riders Stadium, getting ready for a doubleheader between the Sheridan Troopers and the Rapid City Expos. James Timberlake is with us. James, good to be back at the ballpark.
It's a nice day out.
Yeah.
I was just telling you, this time 2 years ago, we had a record temperature of 107 degrees. And it is certainly not that today. It's a lot nicer than that.
That's crazy
I know.
to think about how, and there was, what was it last year? We froze to death for the first month of the season. It's been pretty good so far.
Pretty good. It's very nice out today.
Good to see the Troops on a roll right now. They won 9 of 10. They went 4-0 at the tournament in Laramie. They scored 49 runs, gave up 2 in 4 games. Dominated play. And right now, a little momentum to build. They'll play the Expos tonight. They'll play the Expos tomorrow. We'll get to that. And then the big ones, though, are Saturday. They open up league play. And these are must-have home games against the Casper Oilers on Saturday. That's what they're playing for. I hesitate to say these are tune-ups.
I was just about to say that.
Because you want to go out and try to win every game.
Yeah.
But I think it's more at bats, more pitching, that kind of thing. The
more innings you can get, the better off
it
you'll
is.
be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how. I mean, obviously, these kids are playing against in the Expos are good enough to maybe not necessarily stick with the Troopers. You're hoping, but the innings against this team, regardless, will be good in the long run. Come tournament time, come to the end of the season when they're facing guys like Casper and Cheyenne, Gillette, all those guys.
Mm-hmm. So Frankie Maestri will be the starting pitcher tonight for the Troopers. Troy Waugh makes up the second half of the battery, as we'll get to the defense here in just a little bit. And now we're ready to go. And it will be Kane McLeod, the designated hitter for the Expos, leading it off.
Little Charlie Blackman action at DH.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we'll see Kane maybe pitch in the next game.
Shohei.
Possibly, when you look at DH the first game, pitch the second game.
True.
We'll wait and see. So Kane McLeod will step in as the Troopers. Nice to see him wearing the all whites tonight. I like that.
I don't think we've seen these all whites
this matchup at all
this year. Yeah, they've got a lot of uniform choices.
They do. A lot of combos.
Yeah.
A lot of combos.
And all look pretty good, I think. I think they all. I'm not a huge fan of the black in the summer.
Yeah.
They have those black tops. I'm not a huge fan of those, but all the other ones, the baby blues, the reds, they all look good.
So McLeod will step in, and Maestri goes to work here in the top of the first. And here's the first pitch of the ball game. Frankie will deal and misses outside for ball 1. Again, it looks like, and again, we want to let everybody know, kind of a weird start time tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll get to that later as we move through the broadcast. Here's the 1-0 from Maestri. Fastball right down the middle, called strike 1.
More of that tonight, huh? Right down the middle like that. If you're working the zone, that's all you can ask for.
Pound the zone, let the batters put the ball in play, let your D help you out. Here's the 1-1. Same spot, called strike 2. That one a little bit lower at the knees. Good pitch on the outer third of the plate. And now the 1-2. See how Frankie wants to deal with this batter. And he'll come with the fastball. It's going to be lined right at Cale Hammock for the out. So McLeod got a piece of it, but it went right to Hammock for the out.
That'll wake you up if you're a little heavy-footed.
A little half swing.
A little
half
liner
swing
right at you.
Yeah, a little half swing line drive. It wasn't like it was actually a rocket. But you know what? Right at him. And now it'll be Graydon Juvie stepping in. He's playing second base for the Expos. First pitch he sees, catches the outside corner for strike 1. And again, the wind is not a factor. It's dead right now. It's just a perfect way to start an evening doubleheader. That fastball just misses.
Good pitch.
Just missed outside.
At the very most, we've got a very slight breeze kind of pushing into us, but it's not very much at all.
And the 1-1 from Frankie. Deals again. This one way outside. They'll go all the way to the screen. 2-1 now the count. Kind of overthrew that one a little bit. Tried to reach back for a little extra on that fastball. Nailed the 2-1 to Juvie. And he hit him right in the back of the helmet. And see if Juvie's okay. I think he's going to be all right. Yeah, maybe not. You know what? You get hit in the back of the head like that. That's why we wear helmets, folks.
It'll stun you for sure.
Yeah, but he
right. Looks like he's in pain right now.
Okay, he's trying to shake it off. He's not happy, but he'll shake it off. Hey, tough kid. Yep, he's going to go to first. Good job, kid.
Yeah. Shake it off.
Man.
It's more than anything, it's a stunner. Like that. Helmets are
Yep.
Good enough for the most part. They can protect you from that sort of thing.
With a modern helmet now, you can take one like that.
It just stuns.
Now just remember, it's not a major league fastball at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, true.
Which would be maybe a different type of animal, but good. I'm glad to see Juvie is up, and he is down at first base. And again, just a wild pitch there from Frankie. And that'll bring up, I can't read my own writing.
Carter
Johnson. Carter Johnson will step in. Carter is playing right field for the Expos. So 1 on and 1 out. Here in the top of the first, Johnson will step in. Juvie gets his lead at first. And Maestri to the plate. Fastball off the inside corner for ball 1. And now the 1-0. Pretty good lead by Juvie. He's not going anywhere. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch from Maestri. That'll even up the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1. Runner doesn't go. Now he'll delayed steal, throw down, is not going to be in time. Good play there. Little delayed steal was a swinging strike. So 1-2 now the count on the batter. But nice play there by Juvie. I like that delayed steal sometimes.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of relaxes. The runner doesn't go. Then he timed it perfect. So now runner in scoring position for the Expos. And the 1-2 to Johnson. And this is going to be grounded right at Trevor Stowe. He'll gobble it up at second, throw across for 2 outs. Send a runner now at third for the Expos.
Next up to bat, number 14.
So Johnson did his job, moved the runner over to third. And that's going to bring up Hadley Burris, the third baseman. Chance here for Hadley to drive in a run. So Maestri trying to get out of I'll call it a mini jam here. Don't like to give up runs early if you can, especially in the first inning. Here's the first pitch. Fastball. I think that must have been a little bit high. Not by much. Didn't miss. And now the 1-0. Another fastball. That's right in there at the knees for called strike 1.
The early inning runs have been a problem for the Troopers so far this year, so you'd like to see them get through unscathed. Obviously not in the past few days because of how good they've been.
And the 1-1, another fastball, looking for called strike 2.
The last few matchups, they've been pretty much unscathed.
That thing in Laramie, you score 49 runs and give up 2.
That's about as hot as you can get.
Swing, a ground ball right at third. Michael Greer will eat it up, throw across in time. The Troopers go down, or I should say the Expos go down, putting one runner on and no runs, no hits. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Troopers coming up next. No score on the Rain scoreboard. You're listening to the Troopers on KWYL 1410 AM and 106.9 FM.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And we're back. Go to the bottom of the first. Well, Frankie Maestri got out of that unscathed. Had one batter on, a hit by pitch, but got a nice defensive play. Michael Greer down at 30 is so solid.
He's a
Now, that ball was
there.
hit right at him, but I'll tell you what, the guy's a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, wall, a vacuum,
Yep.
whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
He's getting that ball and making a good throw.
Yep, he's just kind of a natural third baseman. And
that's hard to do. I mean, being natural at third base is not really the easiest thing in the world to do.
But, you have to have an element of no fear.
Yeah.
Because they call it the hot corner for a reason.
Corner, yeah.
Because most of the ground balls you get are absolutely they tear the cover off it. So you got to have that mentality to stand in front of it. And sometimes you're going to take one in the chest. You might take one on the chin. Got to kind of be a tough guy to play at third. And now to lead off the ball game for the Troopers will be the Troopers center fielder, Tyler Hutton. Tyler bats from the left side. Cale Hamrick will bat second, and then we'll see Trevor Stowe. He'll bat third as we go here in the top of the first. And doing the pitching for the Expos is Fredrickson, as he will make his first pitch to Tyler Hutton. First pitch is a fastball, misses outside for ball 1. So Rowan Fredrickson doing the pitching. Josh Elder is doing the catching for the Expos in game 1 of this doubleheader. And now the 1-0 to Hutton. Fastball, swing and a miss, swung right through it.
Maybe just missed that one. I don't know if he got gas, but maybe just missed it. Maybe a little under it.
And now 1-1 the count. And Fredericton to the plate. Breaking ball misses away for ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Decent breaking ball. Had quite a bit of movement on it. Definitely changes speed, which is really the biggest thing you want out of a breaking ball.
And now the 2-1 to Hutton. Fastball swung right through it again. 2-2 the count. Hutton again, get him on base. Great speed at the top of this. Well, really great speed up and down the lineup, except for maybe a couple of guys. But no, he's really slow. They come out off speed, and the count is full.
Yeah, Hutton's kind of your typical, not typical anymore,
Like
but
setup guy?
your on-base guy
Yeah.
that you'd see. If he gets on base, he can make a lot of things happen.
Now the payoff pitch to Tyler, and he got him looking for strike 3. That fastball caught the inside corner. So backwards K for Hutton, Cale Hamrick. You don't want to keep, I'll tell you, if you're going to pitch against Hamrick, you don't want to throw belt-high fastballs or higher because he will eat it up.
Don't want to miss anything.
And now the first pitch to Cale. Breaking ball, going to be driven into right field. Right fielder over, and gets over his head. Hamrick on the move. He's looking for 3, and he'll have it easily. Cale Hamrick with a stand-up triple. That ball hung in the air a little bit more than I thought it was going to, James. I thought the right fielder actually had a beat on it. Maybe took maybe not a great angle on it.
That's what I think. Maybe a bad angle there on a line drive. Those line drives are kind of hard to read off the bat at times. You think you have a good angle, and then they just end up having a little bit more altitude.
I think it stayed in the air a little bit longer than he thought, so
Yeah.
a stand-up triple for Cale Hamrick. And now the Troopers in business right now as Trevor Stowe will step in with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score on the range scoreboard. Cale Hamrick on at third. They're going to bring the infield in. First pitch to Stowe is low and away for ball 1. Well, you're going to cut a run this early in the inning, but I guess you know what? It's a learning process,
Yeah.
right? Situational play. Normally you would not see this. And the next pitch to Stowe is a fastball down low. You're at this point early in a ball game, you're just going to concede a run and get an out.
I think they also know maybe that in order to win this game, Expos being the younger team, they think that they have to keep the score as low as possible.
2-0 to Stowe, low and away, ball 3. I don't think there's, play the percentages. I don't know how many times anybody gets a green light 3-0.
Not at this level.
Here's the 3-0 to Stowe. He'll watch that go by, and he walked him 4 straight. And now Michael Greer, who has been on fire, will step in. Michael had a big weekend in Laramie. Lots of hits and lots of RBIs. And, he plays a tough third. Forget about the stature. He was a really tough running back and linebacker for the Sheridan Bronx when he played in high school. And he can rake. So the Troopers now with runners on the corners, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score. And Greer steps in. Runner goes, swing. This is going to be driven into left field. Left fielder's going to be under it. It's going to chase a run home as it looks like Hamrick. Oh, great throw to the plate, but Cale makes it safely. So a sac fly for Greer. James, I don't know about you, but when that left the bat, I thought he hit it a little better.
I think he maybe hit it off the end. Looked good in flight, but I think he really just got the end of the bat off of it.
Yeah, when that left the bat, I thought, wow,
Yeah.
he really nailed that. So the Troopers get 1. So 1-0 Troops, bottom of the first, 2 outs.
That was a good throw by the left fielder, too.
It was. It was a little closer than I thought. And that will bring up Dylan Greeno-Groom. Bats on the left side. Stowe gets his lead at first. First pitch to Greeno-Groom is outside for ball 1. Well, it's good to see the Troopers, like you said, the last few weeks, to have the lead actually in the first inning.
After the first inning, yeah.
Instead of giving up 4. Throw over to first, Stowe back in time safely. I don't know, it was almost a broken record there for a few games where they were falling behind 3-0, 4-0, and then had to fight their way back. And now the 1-0 to Groom. Runner goes. Stowe got a good jump. This one's going to be fouled down the third base line, and it will go out of play.
And that's something we've talked about before. That's not a good method for success when it comes to getting into state tournament play, better teams.
Eventually, you're
getting down early.
I call it living right. Eventually, you're going to get bit.
Yeah. Oh.
Eventually,
it will cost you.
Or you're going to play a good team, and they're just going to blast you.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And now 1-1 the count to Dylan Greeno-Groom. Again, bats from the left side. Stowe, let's see if he goes on this pitch. And he will not run this time, and Groom will line this ball into left fielder. Left fielder will camp under it, make the play. But the Troopers get 1 as we go to the second. Troopers 1, The Expos, nothing. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Does your outfit need refueled? Roll on into Farmers Co-op. Their large parking lot and easy access pumps make fueling up a breeze. Feeling a little hungry? While you're there, pick up a little something from the Country Store Deli. Perhaps a Polish sandwich, chicken wings, or taquitos. Top it off with chips and a cold drink, and you're good to go. Farmers Co-op, open Mondays through Fridays from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m., weekends 6 a.m. to 10. For your convenience at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan
welcome back,
Media
everybody.
Sports.
We go to the bottom of the second. Troopers push one across the sac fly from Michael Greer after Cale Hamrick tripled. And the Troopers lead 1-0, and Frankie Maestri getting ready to go back to work, and he will face Lars Kiefer, the center fielder for the Expos. Followed him will be Ryan Neugebauer, the shortstop, and then Jace Morgan, the left fielder.
As for the defensive alignment for the Troopers today, Maestri pitching, Waugh catching, Tyler Ormseth at first base. At second base, Trevor Stowe. Third base, Michael Greer. Cale Hamrick at short. In left is Dylan Greeno-Groom. In center is Tyler Hutton. And in right is Avin Barney.
I like this lineup for the Troopers right now.
I think this one provides, from what we've seen, the most offense. And I think that's something that they need especially.
Well, you know, in American Legion Baseball, you got to score runs.
Yeah.
You just cannot rely on, 1-0, 3-2 ball games. And Frankie goes back to work. First pitch, going to miss outside in a fastball.
Well, and for the most part, and it's mainly because the pitching is more unreliable than you see in, obviously
Other levels,
the higher
yes.
you get.
And the 1-0 misses in the same spot. Hung on to it a little too late, low and away.
So the more runs you can stack on, the more comfortable you'll be in those situations.
And the 2-0. That one's in there on the outer third. Fastball for strike one. You look at the Troopers last weekend, they averaged 13 runs a game in 4 games, and they gave up 2. It's pretty outstanding. Here's the 2-1. Same spot, swing and a miss for strike 2. I think that was fouled at the plate, but it was caught by Waugh. I think the batter, Kiefer, actually got a little bit of that ball. Now the 2-2. As Maestri's battling back in this at bat, here's the 2-2. Misses outside again. The count goes full.
A little outside, but that's a good pitch. Kiefer goes chasing there.
Yep.
That's a rollover ground ball almost all the time.
And now the full count pitch. Here's the payoff pitch from Maestri. Comes with the fastball, misses away again, and walked him. So the leadoff man for the Expos on here in the top of the second on the walk. And Neugebauer, the shortstop, will step in for the Expos. Now we'll get a chance to see how aggressive the Expos like to be. With nobody out here in the top of the first. 1-0 Troopers on the range scoreboard. And Maestri will come to the plate, squirt a bunt. Good bunt.
Great bunt.
Michael Greer will field it. I don't think they have much of a play, and they don't. Everybody's safe. That was a great bunt.
About as perfect as a bunt as you're ever going to get.
I mean, Michael
Right down the third
Greer
base line.
played that exactly how he had to play it at third, but it was perfectly placed. So a bunt single. And now runners on first and second for the Expos with nobody out here in the second. So they got something moving and going right now. And Jace Morgan, the left fielder, will step in. He bats from the left side. Now the Expos can, James, I think, kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see another bunt signal here, to be honest with you.
Well, it's a pretty safe play. There you
It
go.
is. Wow,
Same
another
spot.
Great bunt.
Oh, it's going to be another hit. Another bunt hit. Good call, James. It was a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Maestri, that's a tough play for a pitcher.
I say, if you can lay him down like that, just keep doing it, right? Goodness.
Until they get you out.
2 great bunts.
Those were 2 absolutely drawn up perfect. Now the bases are loaded with Expos and nobody out. Just like that, a couple of bunt singles. And first pitch to McCoy Rippentrop is a called strike 1. Rippentrop plays first base. Boy, right now, all Maestri is thinking, get me a ground ball. And he gets a fly ball deep to left field, going way back, watching it, and it is a grand slam home run by Rippentrop. Wow. Over the monster. So you go walk, bunt single, grand salami.
That ball was crushed, too.
Oh, my goodness. So that 1-0 lead evaporated really quick. What?
Now
Tell you what,
three-run
Rippentrop, that was a bomb.
Yeah. That was hit very well.
Grand slam for Rippentrop, and all of a sudden it's a 4-1 lead for the Expos, and nobody's out here in the top of the second. And this is when, as a starting pitcher, you have to have a short memory.
Yeah, after
Now Frankie's going to rely on his guys to get back in the game. Wow.
couple bunt single, a walk, a couple bunt singles. I mean, that's
And then the bomb.
about as bad as I can go.
Ugh. But, the thing about it is the bunts were perfect. I don't think,
yeah.
it wasn't like the Troopers had a couple of errors in there. Wow. 4-1 Expos just like that on one swing from Rippentrop. And I'm telling you right now, the Troopers left fielder never even made a play on that thing. He knew it was gone. Here's the 1-0. That one misses inside, ball 2. Now Frankie just got to settle down a little bit.
Dylan Greeno-Groom basically immediately looked up towards the wall to see if he was going to be able to get it off the wall.
And he knew. Nope. And now the 2-1. Maestri walks him. That 3-0. It was 3-0, excuse me. So now
Number 23, Rowan Frederickson.
we're back to the top of the order, and that'll be Kane McLeod. So you go walk, bunt, single, grand slam, walk. Frankie's got to get it dialed back in now. You got to shake it off. Thing about it is he's got plenty of offense behind him, and it's only the second inning. Boy, double play ball here would be really good. So McLeod will step in. He flew out to center field. Or I should say he lined out to Cale Hamrick
Yeah.
in the first inning. McLeod against the DH for the Expos leading off today. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. Pick over to first. Oh, they got him close. Oh,
Good pick.
boy. Runner was really leaning. That was a little closer.
And
Elder just about got caught taking a nap right there.
a quick update, Elder actually came out, and it's Landon Matkins out there now at first base. I don't know if he was
Pinch
hurt or
runner?
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pinch runner.
Okay. This one's going to be popped in the air. Tyler Ormseth at first will track it down, and it will fly out of play. So 1-1 the count. Or actually 0-1 the count. Is that correct? No, 0-2. 0-2. 0-2. 0-2 to McLeod. 4-1. Expos lead. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And Frankie will take a long look down, come to the plate, breaking ball, and he struck him out.
Pitch.
Good pitch. Well, boy, that's a big out right there. Now he's one pitch away from getting out of this,
The
James.
Expos number 19.
Yeah, that's
So now McLeod has struck out twice. And now Graydon Juvie will step in. Juvie took one right in the back of the head
yeah.
in his first at bat
Well, what a start to the day, huh?
and walked it off. And now one out. Frankie needs a ground ball right here, try to get out of this thing. First pitch to Juvie is a fastball. Just catches that outside corner for strike 1.
Nothing like getting off the bus after a 4-hour bus
And
ride.
just getting drilled.
And the first thing you see is right off the back of your head.
It's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I used to say. What did I do? And the 0-1. This one fouled back into the screen. 0-2 now the count. Yeah, whenever, whenever you really get smoked by a pitcher, my first thought was like, man, I don't even know you. What did I do to you?
I mean, that's the only reaction you really can have.
Yeah. It's like, dang. And then I expect my pitcher to go out and hit him, though, the next inning. But that's neither here nor there. Here's the 0-2. That's old school baseball, by the way. Here's the 0-2, and that's a high fastball fouled wide of first base. Good to hack there by Juvie to keep the at bat alive.
Yeah,
Fastball was elevated quite a bit. Yep. That was right up around his shoulders, but he fought it off. And now the 0-2. Runner at first takes the lead. One out here in the top of the second inning. The Expos lead 4-1 on the grand slam by Rippentrop. The 0-2, they got him picked. Throw down to second by Ormseth is low, and it goes into the outfield. Oh, Tyler short-armed the throw.
Yeah.
You got to gun it.
Tyler, when he wound that up, it looks like he was
He really short-armed
really
the throw.
aiming it.
Yep. Because you had Hamrick and the second baseman, Trevor Stowe, coming over, and Tyler really short-armed that throw, so the runner will advance, and that'll be a one-base error on the first baseman for the Troopers. And now the 0-2. Boy, they had him picked dead to rights, too. Breaking ball up high for ball 1.
That's not a good feeling. You get to pick off a perfect pickoff move.
When in doubt, throw it hard.
Yeah.
It's like in golf. Jack Nicklaus said, when in doubt, hit it hard.
He's a little
Don't
easier
baby
said than
it.
done, though.
Do not baby it and half swing it. Hit it hard. Be committed. You got to be committed to the play. Here's the 1-2 now from Frankie. Just misses low and away. Not by much.
And I would have wanted that one.
Good looking pitch, but a good job by Juvie not to go fishing after that one. Again, 4-1, the Expos lead. Here in the top of the second, only one out. Runner on second base, now the 2-2. Going to pick back to second. Oh, they got him. That time the runner fell asleep. Great play, so that's going to be big. That's a big put out right there.
Maestry's got a couple of really good moves. He basically had Matkins there dead to rights 2 times.
Twice,
Second time he got him.
So now 2 outs, and Frankie will get the count go to full with a high fastball to Juvie. Now 1 pitch away from getting out of this thing. Get the Troopers back in the dugout and get the bats rattling. Here's the 3-2. Fastball swinging and miss, struck him out. So the damage done, though. Maestri, though, does a nice job to finally get out of it, but a grand slam home run by Rippentrop gives the Expos a 4-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the second on the Range scoreboard. It's 4-1 Expos. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO 1410 AM and 106.9 FM.
You grunt and groan every time you stand, bend, or reach.
Ow.
Aching bones and aching joints, they're not just painful, they're noisy. But seriously, for some, aching joints are debilitating. The specialists at Sheridan Ortho work tirelessly to end your aches and pains. From advanced hand and upper extremity surgery to computer-navigated spine surgery to complex sports medicine like hip arthroscopy, you're in good hands. Sheridan Orthopedics, serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Visit SheridanOrtho.com. Same-day appointments may be available.
Visionary, keeping Sheridan County connected.
And welcome back, everybody. Well, as we go to the bottom of the second, I want to thank Coleman Hanchett. He's our video producer tonight. Thanks for being with us, Coleman. And then James, of course, with us. We're going to do this again tomorrow, James. And we're early tomorrow.
Right,
Let everybody
early.
know, 10 a.m. tomorrow for the first game of the doubleheader, noon for the second one. So, again, we'll have it on the radio, and we'll have the video web stream going tomorrow, too. So if you can't make it to the ballpark tomorrow, turn your radios on at work. You can turn the video, if you're sitting
Watch
at your
it at
desk,
work, too. Why not?
if you're sitting at your desk, just put
Put it on the
computer
background.
SheridanMedia.com. Put the video up.
Watch it on your computer. Whatever.
You know, we don't get a chance very often
No.
in the middle of the week to listen or watch baseball,
10 a.m. is a pretty early
especially
start for the Troopers.
when we're working.
Yeah.
And so now you can, at work, listen to a little baseball tomorrow. So join us 10 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be the Troopers and this same team, the Expos.
I don't remember having a 10 a.m. game.
Not in the middle of the week.
Not in the middle of the week.
And
not like
the
that.
Troopers kind of accommodating the Expos. They wanted to play 4 over here, but then they want to get back to Rapid in a decent time. So they're going to play at 10. Tyler Armstead will step in for the Troopers. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. So kind of an interesting day tomorrow. This is just our start time. And here's the 1-0 to Armstead. Fouled that one back into the screen. That'll even the count at 1-1. Waiting on deck is Avon Barney. Then we'll see Frankie Maestri and Troy Waugh. Ground ball right at the second baseman. He'll eat it up, and Armstead will go down for the first out. Here in the second, on the ground out to second base. And now Avon Barney, the right fielder, will step in. You're going to hear Avon's. Well, we've heard Avon's name all season long. He pitches as well for the Troopers. The lefty.
He's a good pitcher, too.
Good left-hander.
It's good to have left-handed pitching in,
Yep.
in
If
American League.
you can have a couple of them, it's really good.
Yeah.
And the first pitch to Avon, he squares to bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. Lefties have such a great advantage in the bunting area, so you get a big start out of the box. This time he will not square, swing and foul that back. That was right off the catcher's glove for strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Avon. Boy, I don't know if baseball gets any better than this in not quite the middle of June. Swing and a miss by Barney this time, 1-2. This time of year, it's just pleasant.
It's nice, yeah.
It's T-shirt weather. It's not hot. It's not chilly. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Not too windy.
We were dealing with very hot the last few years.
Here's the 1-2. That's fouled at the plate. Catcher couldn't hang on to it, and the at-bat stays alive.
And I apologize. I think I said that Josh Elder had come out on a previous at-bat, but I think I was incorrect. I think maybe he was giving his arm brace or something to somebody that came out of the dugout.
Okay, so in other words, you were just mistaken.
I
Here's
was
a little
mistaken.
flare into left center field, and it will drop for a base hit. That was no man's land base hit, but nice job by Avon to go the other way with it for the single. That's hitting a spot, and you can see the left fielder and the center fielder talking to each other. It's like, hey, man, I got no shot at that.
Yeah, they were lined up a little more. In the center fielder was a little lined up more right center.
Just kind of a little blooper, and it really was heading toward the ground fast.
Yeah.
So a little seeing eye Texas leaguer from Barney, and that's going to bring up Frankie Maestri, the pitcher. See if Frankie can do a little damage here at the plate. And the first pitch is going to be fouled off of the plate for strike one. Actually, I think it's the catcher just dropped the ball for strike one. Swing and a miss. So let's see if Frankie can move the runner over. Troy Waugh, the catcher, the 9-hole hitter, waiting on deck. Pick over to first, and easily back was Avon. And Maestri will step back in. Fredrickson will take a look at first, and will come to the plate. That one fastball down low for ball one. 1-1 now the count.
Tough pitch to lay off that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's just right under the knees.
Just underneath the knees.
Just underneath. Real borderline there. An unfriendly umpire might call that a strike. As I raise my hand. 1-1 now the count. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down is not going to be in time. And Avon's got a stolen base. Avon Barney now, runner in scoring position with 2 strikes on Frankie Maestri. Now a chance for Frankie. Get a base hit, get a run across. Barney, again, runs well. All these troopers do. Runner on second, and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Troopers down 4-1 to the Expos.
What's the old saying? A bloop and a blast?
Yep,
That's
exactly.
All it takes?
It's all it takes.
Basically all that Expos have had so far. 2 bunt singles and a walk, and then a grand slam.
And a bomb. That fastball is up high, and now that'll even up the count at 2-2. Well, right now, Frankie's seen a lot of pitches right now. So you got to be able to time one up.
The more the merrier, right, when you're at bat?
And I think when you're a pitcher, the more the merrier.
True.
You got to start going off speed and throwing breaking balls. You don't want to go dead red. They'll kill you. Here comes a breaking ball in the dirt, and that the count now will go to full.
If the Troopers find a way to really use the advantage of putting it into right center, because there's a lot of American Legion teams that love to shade their center fielder into
you will run right now.
Center.
James, I think if you and I could get a ball out there, we could run forever.
We'll run forever.
Just misses outside, and he walked him. And now with 1 out, Troopers with runners on first and second, and the catcher, Troy Waugh, the 9-hole hitter, will step in. So the pitching, both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches so far in the first couple of innings. It hasn't been exactly scintillating. That's another word for you.
Nice.
Scintillating. Scintillating.
That's a good word.
Every game, we'll try to throw a word out there.
A new word.
Yes, scintillating is the word for game 1 today.
Is that similar to tantalizing?
Yes, very, very similar. And a ground ball hit at third. Third baseman has it on to second. Will they turn the double play? Yes, they will. Oh, boy, that's just an inning killer right there. A 5-4-3 double play. And the Troopers go down there in the bottom of the second. We go to the third on the range scoreboard. It's the Expos 4, the Troopers 1. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody. Well, the Rapid City Expos get 4 in the second.
They've come to play.
on the grand slam to take a 4-1 lead, and the Troopers, they kind of had something going there, but again, a tailor-made double play. The 5-4-3 double play that was tailor-made to the third baseman, the big hop, and they made the play.
What more can you ask for, right? If you're Rapid City, that's
hey, if you're pitching,
a gift.
If you're Frederickson, that's exactly what you want. The pitcher's best friend, the double play ball.
I remember when I was playing in Babe Ruth one time. This was down in Buffalo, and I came on. There was bases loaded. There were 1 out in a game, and I came on to quote unquote close it out to pitch, and the first pitch I threw was a 6-4-3 double play, and I walked out of that game. I was like, I'm the coolest dude on planet Earth right now.
Exactly.
I am the baddest dude on the planet for that.
It is. It's such a good feeling when you can induce a play like that. And now Frankie goes back to work. First pitch is a fastball low and away, and this is Cooper Johnson, the right fielder, leading it off for the Expos here at the top of the third. 4-1, they lead it.
Carter Johnson.
But, the thing about it was that was an impressive 4-run inning. Walk, bunt, single, bunt, single.
2 perfect singles,
And then 1 gigantic bomb.
Wow. Yeah, that kid Ribbentrop put a charge into that ball.
And now the 1-0 from Frankie just misses low and away again. 2-0 now the count.
Not easy to get it over the Green Monster here in
No, you got to hit it.
Sheridan.
I think right now the way that the field is built for about 3 years ago, everything's legit.
Mm-hmm.
This used to call this the launching pad back in the day, because you would get home runs. That last pitch, by the way, called strike 1, 2-1 the count. It was like you get bombs out of here constantly. Then you built the wall. Next pitch found back into the screen, 4-2-2. Now the count 2-2. You put the Green Monster out there. Now the home runs are legit.
Oh yeah.
You can't just get kind of a weak line drive to sneak over there. You got to hit it. You've earned it. Ground ball hit right at Cale Hamrick, and he will throw across, and he gets the out. And Cale has really.
14, third baseman, Hadley Burroughs.
We've seen Cale really, Cale, since he was a 9th grader playing for the Troopers, you could just see it coming. And now, starting in last year, all of a sudden, it took him a while to get his bat going a little bit last year, I thought, in the summer. And now you just see the confidence
putting it all
in
together.
This kid. He can hit. We've seen the last time we saw Cale, he made a defensive play in that last doubleheader that was just spectacular. Breaking ball just misses high from Frankie. But, again, he's developed himself into a leader on this team. Michael Greer, of course, Trevor Stowe as well, leaders on this team. Here's the 1-0. Fastball right at the knees for a called strike 1 to Burris.
The other thing, I'm going to go back to the way this field is built now. To that point really quick.
Called strike 2 and a check swing.
Right field isn't changed too much, and I would tell people all the time, if you're a lefty, this is a kind of a dream park to come in and play at.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, as Burris goes down, and that'll bring up Lars Kiefer.
Because you get the Monster out in left, obviously, and then in right field, down the line, it's further down the line here than it is at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, well,
which is
it's like the short
Yankees,
porch. It's the short porch. The house that Ruth built, the short porch. That was built on purpose back in the day. Swing and a miss to the next batter. When you have a slugger
ahead of their time.
If you have a slugger like Babe Ruth, they're going to put 300 or 305 or whatever it is in left field. But I think what I like is they tore down the old Yankee Stadium, built the new one. They kept the dimensions perfect.
And it looks very similar too to old Yankee Stadium. New Yankee Stadium does.
The only thing that changed is the ticket prices.
Well, yeah.
It's
New York.
$400 for a ticket. I'm sorry.
Not really. It's also
not even. Not even, dude. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yankees games aren't really a event you'll take a family to. That is very much
that's where the boys hang out.
Yeah, it's a very different environment.
It's like going to Fenway Park or Wrigley Field, the historic places.
Yeah.
This one fouled away for keep the bat alive is Kiefer. 1-2 now the count. Frankie would love to get out of this thing. I'd like to see something off speed or a big hook or something. The batter is all over the plate. Breaking ball, he got him. Struck him out. Nice job. Batter not happy. Ooh, boy, Kiefer a little upset at that time. Flips the bat and the helmet a little bit. Mad at himself. But Maestri goes 1-2-3, and now the Troopers come back to bat. Bottom of the third, 4-1 Expos. You're listening to the Troopers on KWYL 106.9 FM. Also on our video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
What's better than the best? The West. And living your West life means having it all. Range high-speed internet when you need to be connected, and the ideal location when you're ready to disconnect. Map out a hiking route and find your outlet on the trail. Reserve the perfect campsite and unplug around the fire. Research where the big fish are biting and reel in a recharge. Get started today by visiting range.net.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store. And you're listening
Welcome back,
to
everybody.
Sheridan
We're talking
Media
during the break,
Sports.
James, about great old ballparks that we would love to go to. Then the worst ballparks ever.
Yep.
Metrodome in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I will say the Metrodome in the Twin Cities, awful. Kingdome in Seattle, awful.
It was a gift when that
They
thing
were
collapsed.
horrible. When they blew up the Kingdome,
Yeah.
it was like every baseball
Everybody
fan
cheered.
in Seattle should have been on their knees.
Yeah.
When they blew up the Metrodome,
When the Metrodome collapsed, I was like, oh,
thank goodness.
finally.
Finally.
I don't have to watch. I remember watching. Watching Vikings games in there was awful. 'Cause it just looks bad.
I'd
The
been
whole
in there
thing
for
looks bad.
baseball, and the thing about it was
Yeah.
being in a concrete building, the crowd roar almost sounds like a large snake hissing.
Yeah.
It's this weird sound.
Yeah.
And there is nothing better. Now, I will say, you were there this last week.
Mm-hmm.
Coors Field's my favorite place.
It's great.
It's
It's
a
a
mecca.
really good
To
field.
me, it's a baseball mecca. I
Yeah.
love that ballpark.
They've made a lot of really good improvements, I think, to that field over the last.
Did you get a chance to go up
decade?
into the upper deck and left? Whatever they call
in
that
right-
thing? In
yeah.
right field?
I did not.
And a line shot base hit to open up the inning for the Troopers. And the leadoff man is aboard. That's Tyler Hutton with a nice solid single going the other way with it.
Yeah, I did not. I was not able to get up into that area. But I mean, they were. That's basically a party area now. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
that's
just-
what it is. It's party
great.
zone.
I think it looks great. And then they've renovated towards the right field past the foul pole line. There's like a whole other seating area over there now. It's a really good stadium.
I think it's really fan friendly. And now it's pick over to first. Cale Hamrick steps in. But what I enjoyed the first time I went to Coors Field, 1997. And I'm a baseball guy. We'll get to this story after Hamrick looks at this next pitch. The first pitch. Oh, big lead. Look at that lead by Hutton.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
If that doesn't scream steal, I don't know what does.
And they'll pick again. He's back in there safely.
That's
But
close.
1997, I remember with my ticket walking into home plate at the ticket office. And it opened up on the concourse level. And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I do never want to leave this place.
Yeah.
I want to sleep here. Yeah.
I just wanna live here.
It was that awesome
Yeah.
in 1997. And Hamrick will pop this one up in the infield. Catcher's got a beat on it. This is a fair ball. Makes the play. Drop the ball. It's a fair ball, and they will get the out at first. The runner will advance. Oh, boy. Oh, Cale Hamrick's like, are you? No, I think he was out at first.
It was close. It was very close.
It was very close.
Next up, number 1, Trevor
You
Stowe.
can almost call that a sacrifice, don't you? You know what? I'm a kind scorer.
Okay.
I'm giving him a sack.
I'm going to put an E2.
Okay.
E2 to 3.
Okay. You're brutal. I'm nice. You're not nice. Wow, he just popped it up. Catcher, that was a fair ball. He was able to at least gobble it up and get Hamrick out. Next pitch, line shot, rocket right at the left fielder. Throw back to second, not in time. And Trevor Stowe hit that on the button.
Number 13, Michael
But
Greer, third base.
it's an out. And now we'll see Michael Greer come up. There's nothing worse as a batter when you hit one on the button
Right
like that.
to somebody.
Yeah.
Bad feeling.
So runner in scoring position now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third for the Troops. And Greer will foul this one to the behind third base for strike one.
During the 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, there was a really dark time when it comes to stadium building where they were all trying to be one thing, football stadium with the baseball stadium, and it just made a lot of really bad and ugly-looking stadiums.
Greer almost got hit with that one.
Luckily, we've, for the most part, gotten away with it. There's still an eyesore in Oakland that
it's going to go away,
It's going to go away.
Because they're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
And they're going to build the Death Star 2, I'm sure, in Vegas for...
Well, you can't play baseball outside in Las Vegas in the middle of summer.
Ground ball hit it third in the hole. Nice play by the third baseman. He'll come up throwing, and he got him in time with a little bobble. And, boy, the Troopers had something going. The Expos slammed the door. Troopers get nothing. We go to the fourth on the range scoreboard. It's the Rapid City Expos 4, the Troopers 1. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYL 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, and also our live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com.
Your business deserves a strong partner. First Federal Bank and Trust provides cash management services to help your business collect, disperse, and manage funds. Whether you need merchant services or positive pay fraud protection, our team will find the tools that best support your business. Contact a cash management officer today by visiting efirstfederal.bank. First Federal Bank and Trust is your partner in success. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to Rodolini Field, Farm Riders Stadium. One of the Troopers, the last 2 innings, got something cooking early, but hey, give it to the Expos for slamming the door as Frankie Maestri gets ready to go here in the top of the fourth. 4-1 Expos on the grand slam by Ribbentrop. I'll lead it. And Troopers in a little wake-up call right here, I think. It's like, okay, I think Frankie's doing a nice job. He's kind of settled in. Now you got to get the offense going. Got to get back in this thing.
And again, it's not like the Expos are hitting the ball necessarily effectively. They've had 4 batters come to the plate that really did damage, all in succession, and that was it. Hit batsman, 2 bunts, and then a grand slam, and that's your scoring by the Expos. So, for the most part, I think Maestri's doing pretty good on the day, other than that one bottom half of the top half of the second, and other than that, he's been solid. And Neubauer squares around a bunt there again, but backs off as that ball goes outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Neubauer. That ball in there for strike 1 from Frankie Maestri. You got 3 strikeouts from Maestri so far. That one lined towards Cale Hamrick, and he makes the play. Little looping line drive.
A little soft liner. Nice play by Cale.
Next up to bat, number 24, Jace Morgan, left fielder.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts. A lot of those hit balls, little looping line drives, and a lot of groundouts. And basically, 4 batters in succession.
Basically from Frankie, 1 mistake, and that was the home run.
That was it, yeah. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Jace Morgan.
Just missed that one.
Just fouls one straight back into the screen.
Yeah, whenever you see a batter foul one straight back like that, he just missed it.
Morgan was one of those base hit bunts earlier. He watches ball 1 in the dirt. So a 1-1 count to Morgan. Here it comes.
If we could have every day for like the rest of the summer like this, would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
For the next 3 months. Let's have this day every day for the next 3 months would be great.
Here comes the 2-1. That one hit pretty well into right center. Evan Barney still running back, but he's going to make the play.
A little bit too high. Boy, he was playing really shallow.
Yeah, he was playing shallow.
He really was playing up on that.
But nonetheless, in the gap, and he was able to run it down. And yeah, like you said, maybe he got a little bit too under it. Morgan did. That's going to bring up McCoy Rippentrop. He's the man of the hour.
Yep.
When it comes to RBIs, 4 RBIs on the day with 1 swing of the bat. He watches ball 1.
Boy, your stats go up good when you can just...
That's a good feeling.
1 swing, 4 runs.
You can pretty much be done for the day. And
it's like,
I did my part.
And my shoulder hurts, I'll sit.
Yeah. Here comes the 1-0. That one catches the top half of the zone.
Kind of a little off speed, little breaking ball right there. Just enough for a strike.
So a 1-1 counted. Rippentrop. Here comes the 1-1. That one's high as well. Has to duck out of the way.
Another breaking ball right there. Just let that go a little early. Well, if you hit a grand slam off someone, you're going to get a whole bunch of off-speed and breaking balls the next time you come up. You're not getting any fastballs.
Here comes the 2-1. That one's way outside.
They're not messing around with this guy.
Ribbentrop, you can see when he loads up right before he swings the bat.
He's a pretty good-sized kid.
Yeah, if there's anybody you would imagine has a grand slam on the day, looking at their wind-up to the swing.
Ribbentrop looks like, he's about 6'2".
Yeah.
It's a big ball player right there. Got a big swing, good-looking kid. And that grand slam was a no-doubter. He'll step out.
Yep.
But, good-looking ball player right here for the Expos.
Somebody we'll see in Rapid City for a while, I think.
I think
when it comes to playing baseball. Here comes the 3-1. That one high as well. Now walk, rip, and drop.
I don't think, that was almost right there. That was kind of a done deal. They're not going to mess with him.
Yeah. I don't know how many more viable pitches you'll see for the rest of this game, at least.
No.
Well, that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Josh Elder. Catcher for the Expos. And pickoff move by Maestri, but Ripper drops back in time.
Well, you got your 9-hole hitter right now, James. You got to get him. Oh, they got.
Oh
my
Maestri
goodness!
Picked off again, a quick pick, and they get Ribbentrop over at first. So that's one way to end the inning quickly. The Troopers will come back here, heading into the bottom half of the fourth, looking to come back from a 4-1 deficit. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're
And welcome back to Ernie Rodolini Field, Thorne Ryder Stadium. Troopers down 4-1 after a grand slam by McCoy Rippentrop back in the second inning for the Rapid City Expos. Has been the extent of the scoring for Rapid City. Cale Hammer came around to score back in the first for the Troopers.
There's been 3 egregious base running errors by the Expos. They had the guy picked off twice. He got away with
one, yeah.
And then they got him, and then that time Rippentrop got caught just kind of sneaking off the bag, and the timing was just perfect for the pickoff. So obviously we can see Frankie, the right-handed pitcher, has got a pretty good move for a righty.
These younger guys, too, they don't see the quick picks like that very often. You kind of get into a groove over there at first base as you're leading off.
Well, you kind of get lulled.
Yeah.
Kind of in, I'm here, I'm all right. And then
you can't pick me off until I'm stopped, that sort of thing.
And then all of a sudden the pitcher snaps off a bullet and you have nowhere to go.
I've been a victim of that before, and you don't feel dumber than when that happens.
No,
if you're the only one on base.
If you're a baseball player, you get picked off a bag.
Yeah. That's a bad feeling.
Everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, especially if you're the only runner on base. You have to walk back to the dugout, back with everybody else.
Yep, and the
cost
crowd,
of potential run.
Your teammates, your coaches, and the crowd is looking at you. You're like, okay.
Dylan Greeno-Groom will step up, left fielder for the Troop. He flew out to left back in the first. First pitch she sees in his second at bat. A little bit high for ball 1, and it's still Rowan Fredrickson out there.
He's done a nice job.
Yeah, he has, honestly.
The Troopers looked like they were going to get to him a couple of times.
Here comes the 1-0. That one swung on and missed by Greeno-Groom. Yeah, I think for the most part, Rowan, he's worked out of potentially bad situations. Here comes the 1-1. That one fouled off, out of play. Did you see the clip of John Sterling, the Yankees radio announcer?
No.
Getting hit in the face?
Oh, geez. All I heard was the audio of it when he got hit.
Yeah. 1-2 is bounced right to the pitcher. Pitcher makes a pretty good play. Fredrickson there flips it over to first for the out. Had to leap up in the air to grab that ball as it was spiked into the ground. He got it and flipped it over to first for the first out here in the bottom half of the fourth. It's going to bring up Tyler Ormseth, first baseman for the Troop. First pitch he sees in there on the outside corner for strike 1.
First time up for Tyler, grounded out to second base. Tyler's got good power. Like to see him get a hold of something here.
Here comes the 0-1. That one breaks back over the plate. Good breaking ball there.
It's a great pitch. That started, I like where the pitcher started that right at his shoulder and then just dropped it right on the corner. Great pitch.
Ormseth kind of seized a little bit, thinking he was going to hit him in the shoulder. Here comes the 0-2. That one fouled off. Kind of a half swing, check swing. Fouls it off. So he'll stay alive.
It was the same pitch, the breaking ball, but that one hung a little bit and was able to at least get the bat on it.
So stays 0-2 here with one out. Here comes that ball outside for ball 1. Yeah, Frederickson doing a really good job working the edges of the plate so far today. Getting some good chases,
kind of
too.
Sneaky a little bit. Doesn't throw real hard.
Comes the 1-2. That one swung on and missed for strike 3 on Ormseth.
Big breaking ball that time.
Next up to bat, number 23, Avon Barney, the right fielder.
Avon Barney coming to play at the right fielder.
Yeah, we're going to go to the 5th inning here. Troopers going to start running out of at-bats. I mean, they're going to be down to their last, 9 outs.
Yeah, time is evaporating quicker than they'd think.
Well, you can only stay comfortable for so long before you've got to start, let's get it dialed in and go.
They've probably got one more run through the heart of their lineup, I think, if this goes, if they go 1, 2, 3 here. First pitch that Barney sees is a strike on the outside corner as well.
Yeah, this kid from Rapid City's done a nice job, kind of holding the Troopers at bay for the first 3 2/3.
Here comes the 0-1. That one's outside.
And the thing about it is, it's nothing fancy, and that just goes to show
he's painting.
You don't have to throw 100 miles an hour to get people out.
He's throwing good pitches, finding the corners. The 1-1, a little bit outside.
Boy, that just missed. That was a good-looking pitch.
Yeah, he's got some clear movement on his pitches that you can see from up here. So 2-1, here it comes. That one swung on, dribbled to second base. Second baseman fields it cleanly, throws over to first for out number 3. So Troopers go quiet once again as we head into the top half of the 5th. They're down 4-1. We'll be back with more Trooper Baseball, 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Wow, what a great year for the Sheridan High School sports. This community is so proud of the young men and women.
At 307 Real Estate, we would like to say congratulations to all the Sheridan County sports teams.
You can be assured that 307 Real Estate will continue to be here for now and in the future. 307 Real Estate is a proud Wyoming company here to serve you, and we take pride in helping our Wyoming families in any way we can. Call Kathleen and Jack at 307-763-1249.
Hi there, this is Jim Anchosky with Stiefel Financial. You're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, we head into the top half of the 5th inning. Troopers down 4-1. And I think for the most part, it's been a pitcher's duel. Which
kind of, yeah.
Kind of rare to see in American Legion a little bit. But a pitcher's duel. Maestri been damaged by one swing of the bat, essentially. And Rowan Frederickson, he gave up a triple to Cale Hamrick, and it was a sacrifice fly that drove Hamrick in back in the 1st inning, and that's basically all the damage that he's given up. So, for the most part, a pretty good game by both pitchers, I would say. And there's just been a little bit of damage to Maestri and a little bit of damage to Frederickson.
One bad pitch by Frankie cost him.
Yep.
But other than that, hey. Just that's baseball right there.
That's how it works. All it takes is one swing of the bat, and it can really change the trajectory of a game very quickly. Josh Elder will step up to the plate, the 9-hole hitter, and he's going to sear one fair ball down the left field line. I thought that maybe gone foul, and he's going to try to go to second, a throw in, and out at second base. I thought he beat it as well.
I thought he beat it.
Umpire had a better angle. Maybe he saw something we didn't.
First off, it was a great throw. I thought, now there's not going to be any argument from the Rapid City side. It looked like he had beat it, but you never know when you get down to the nitty-gritty, was the foot off the bag or not. But a great recovery and a great throw.
Trying to stretch a single into a double, and the next pitch is lined into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit right to Dylan Greeno-Groom in left. He's going to come up throwing to second as well, but nobody, the batter there, Kane McLeod, is not going to try to test the arm that time. So back-to-back pitches and back-to-back base hits for the Expos. Elder thrown out on the throw. So maybe something going here for the Expos as well. They got a runner on first, one out, another pickoff move, and that gets away from Ormseth. Cloud's going to get to second base in time. He's going to be standing up, on the slide. So that'll go down.
Dylan Greeno-Groom made a great recovery. That was just a rocket right over the bag at third. And that's usually an automatic double. And he stayed with it and made a great throw to second to get the runner for that first out.
So Graydon Juvie up to the plate. First pitch he sees in there for strike one on the outside corner. And a runner on second now for the Expos after the errant throw by Frankie Maestri on the pickoff move. Here comes the 0-1. That one swung on, popped. First base side. Ormsby's going to have a look, but it's just going to get out of play over the fence over there.
Now, right now, the Expos with a 4-1 lead. We're in the top of the 5th. What they're thinking right now, we just need a couple more. That's all they want. A couple more runs.
They can get 2 here, make it a more that you can put on base lead.
Exactly. You just want to, try to eke this lead up a little bit more is what they're thinking. Scratch anything out they can.
So 0-2 count to Juvie from Maestri. And checking on the runner. Here comes the 0-2, runner going, and the throw down from Waugh in time, and they're going to get
dead meat.
McLeod, no problem.
I don't understand that play, James.
Bad steal.
I don't. You have a 4-1 lead. I don't know why.
Yeah. A wasted base runner.
It really was. I mean, you're going to get greedy. Waugh's going to gun you out.
Yeah.
I mean, Troy's got a great arm, and that was just kind of a textbook right there. I just don't understand sometimes stealing third.
Yeah, that was from.
Especially
you're in scoring position
and you're
at second.
4-1. Yeah, and a base hit, you're going to score. Look at that.
1-2 swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. They had a single in, 2 back-to-back singles in left, but Josh Elder got thrown out at second on the throw, and then Kane McLeod got thrown out at third trying to steal, and just like that, the inning is over. It looked like they had something going, and we're still a 4-1 ball game. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 5th. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Hi, this is Kyla Allen with ERA Carroll Realty. Our wonderful downtown is a place friends love to explore when they come to visit. For the next 2 years, these downtown businesses will be challenged with construction, which will directly impact their opportunities to attract customers. Please find ways to shop and support these businesses. Many of them offer fine online shopping and have additional parking off Main Street with back entrances that can be used. Thanks from all of us at ERA Carroll Realty.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to Ernie Rodolene Field, Thorn Rider Park. Troopers down 4-1. We've had 1 run in the first and 4 in the second. Nothing for the next 3 innings.
I'm just thinking right now, James, that might jack up the troops here a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if they're going to get jacked up, they better make it quick.
They got greedy, kind of. I don't know if the runner went on his own or if it was a called steal, but if you have a 4-1 lead, you don't want to give any outs to the other team, and that was a gift because Troy Waugh just gunned him at third. That was a no doubt.
He was out by a couple steps, essentially.
So now we'll see. You know what?
Yeah, we got Maestri coming up, the pitcher, Troy Waugh, and then the top half of the lineup.
You just have a feeling right now they got to do the damage right here, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, this will be your 3rd time seeing them once we get to the top half of the lineup. First pitch that Maestri sees a little bit outside for ball 1. But yeah, 3rd time through the lineup, that's usually when you start to get an idea of what's being thrown, get a better eye on the ball.
This kid's done a nice job, though.
Thrown,
I mean, the thing he has
that one is hit well
anybody.
Into left field. Left fielder shading over. It's going to get in between both the left and the center fielder. Maestri is going to try to beat it out at second, and he's safe there.
Now look at the manager for Rapid City's coming out. He's not happy.
That was
he's had a couple of guys thrown out on close plays, and that was another close one. I think he gets the hand in.
Just beats the tag.
Yeah, I think he was safe, but I don't mind that Rapid City manager coming out to bark a little bit because he's had a couple of guys thrown out on
and a similar play
well.
just the last half inning too. So
good hustle.
Maestri on second base now, leadoff double, exactly what the doctor ordered, if you will, for the Troopers.
Now you're thinking, let's go to work.
And Troy Waugh is going to be up at the plate. He's going to lay down a perfect
bunt
on
my
the third
goodness.
base side.
Oh.
Waugh's going to beat it out.
If you go to the baseball God's dictionary, if there's a perfect bunt, that was it.
That was about as perfect as you can do right there.
That was about 3 inches on the inside of the foul line. That was beautiful.
So Waugh, a base hit. I mean,
well, now the Troopers have thrown the gauntlet down.
Yeah.
You're at the top of the order now. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Now the top 4 batters have got to do damage right here.
Eerily similar to what the Expos did. Base hit, base hit
ball.
Single. Yeah, we had a leadoff double, but a base hit single here. Hutton come to the plate.
Now the Troopers got to do damage here.
He's going to square around, lay down a bunt of his own.
Oh!
And Maestri's going to try to come home. He's going to score.
Oh, my goodness, James.
Misplayed by the pitcher. That Maestri, I think, maybe went a little bit early there. He did not have a great secondary lead.
Call that a safety squeeze if you want to call it anything.
And he gets home. Maestri scores, so that's going to be an RBI single for Hutton.
Well, the pitcher knew the runner was coming, James, and I think it's one of those things where all he had to do is flip it to the catcher. He gets the out, but he took his eye off the ball and tried to barehand it. And now the Troopers are really in business.
Runners on second and third now. Cale Hamrick, heart of the order coming up for the Troops. And they're now down just 4-2 after the RBI bunt single from Tyler Hutton. The first pitch that Hamrick sees is a little bit low for ball one.
If you're Cale, Trevor Stowe, and Michael Greer coming up, be selective.
Yep.
Don't get real super aggressive. Take your pitch and get what you can.
Comes the 1-0. That one's a little bit outside for ball two.
Well, that didn't miss by much. Maybe Juvie or Fredrickson maybe rattle a little bit here.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it.
If you make the error in the field as a pitcher, it's kind of it takes a little bit to kind of get back into it.
The Troopers have a big opportunity right here.
Comes the 2-0. That one's dribbled left side. It's going to be knocked down by the shortstop, but there's going to be no play available. That was kind of in the hole between third and short. Shortstop made a good job, made a good play getting over there and stopping the ball, but Hamrick's too fast over at first, and all the other runners were going basically off the sound of the bat if it was on the ground.
Hey, double, bunt single, single, single. And now we're going to get the manager for the Expos is going to come out. The thing about it is, it's almost like we were talking about playing on borrowed time. The Troopers finally got, those 8-9 hitter did their job, got on base, and now
bases loaded.
Nobody out. I think right now the Troopers, if they don't put up a big number right here with Stowe and Greer coming up, and again for Trevor and Michael, you don't need to be super aggressive and start just hack it away. If you get your pitch, hit it hard.
I think I'm honestly a little bit surprised that the RC manager is not taking out Fredrickson here, because this is the third time this heart of the order is seeing Fredrickson. It looks like they're starting to pick up on him a little bit.
So here's the thing. You got Hamrick at first.
Yeah.
I just, even though bases loaded, you know what? You just tell Trevor Stowe, look, find something you like and hit it hard.
Put it in the outfield. Yeah.
Just hit it hard. That's all you want Trevor to do. Get something you like and hit it hard. Just don't be jumping at pitches.
No base running mistakes either for the Troopers.
Yep, just
avoid that.
Be cool right here, and you could put up a crooked number real quick.
Here comes the first pitch to Stowe. That one's a little bit inside for ball one.
The thing about it is, and Trevor's a smart ball player, if they're going to walk you, take the walk. Let's get a run.
Walk, yeah. We'll take that.
Exactly. So you don't need to be super ultra aggressive right here. Let it come to you.
Fredrickson comes set. Here comes the 1-0. That one's low as well for ball two.
Oh, man, you're taking all the way, aren't you? I mean, you're poised. The Troopers poised right now, James, for a big inning.
I mean, you're taking all the way, but then again, you look out, and the center fielder's playing real shallow.
Look at right center, too.
Yeah.
You'll run for days.
Here comes the 2-0. That one's high.
Now he's taking all the way.
Now he's definitely taking all the way.
And Michael
Greer, he wasn't taking before, he's taking now.
Trevor had a big weekend. The Troopers really did have a big weekend in Laramie last week, and Trevor had a big couple of games, and Michael Greer was really beating the ball around all over the place.
Catcher goes out to have a quick talk with
the thing pitcher. Is, I was looking at the Expos. They're going to send a relief pitcher now. He's not going to be ready.
No, I mean, I'm surprised they weren't more prepared for this situation. Here comes the 3-0 from Stowe. That one, watching all the way, it's strike one.
If he throws that there again, Trevor might hit this into the jail.
Yeah.
I would advise him not to throw that pitch again.
Here comes the 3-1 from Fredrickson. That one's line foul.
He was going right field the whole way. It was a fastball on the outside half, and Trevor did the right thing, went the other way with it, just missed it.
So that'll make it a 3-2 count to Trevor Stowe. Still no outs. Bases are loaded.
They're shading him to pull the ball, but, man, right center field.
They've been doing it all night. They've been shading the pull for every single hitter.
And they are playing really shallow.
Here comes the 3-2. That one's high, a breaking ball that did not break, so that's going to be an RBI walk for Trevor Stowe. Good at bat by him.
They take the RBI, right?
Did not chase that high cheese, if you will.
I just like the patience of an older guy, a veteran Legion player like Trevor, to be able to stand up there and not press too hard. You know what? If he's going to walk me, he's going to walk me. Now you give Michael, again, you give him a shot here to really do some damage.
Base is still loaded. Greer up to the plate, and he pops one first base side.
Get out of play.
And it's going to get out of play.
There we go.
Into the bleachers on the first base side. That was pretty close. Rippentrop went over and had a look, but it went out of play. So
we got a 4-3 ball game. Hey, base hit scores 2 at least.
Yep.
Anything in the gap's going to score 3.
Especially with Hamrick on second. The guy can fly,
Yeah.
so anything that's
And
in
Stowe
the
runs
outfield
well.
is probably going to score.
You know, base hit scores 2. Anything in the gap's going to score 3. And the Troopers right now a base hit from taking the lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Base is still loaded here, no outs. Hutton on third.
This is really a big at-bat for the Troopers in this game right now.
Yep. Hutton on third, Hamrick on second, Stowe on first. Michael Greer at the plate. 0-1 count. Here it comes. That one in there for strike 2.
Good pitch.
0-2 count to Michael Greer.
Little breaking ball. You know what? If you're Frederickson, don't get cute. You don't want to leave anything over the plate
This
right
is
here.
a throwaway pitch, almost 100%.
In the dirt, it should be.
Here comes that one. Hits Michael Greer, and that is basically the worst outcome you could have had in that situation.
Exactly. He hits him.
That'll be an RBI hit by pitch.
Well, now the wheels are coming off.
Yep.
And right now the guy stepping in is Dylan Greeno-Groom. He's got an opportunity right here. Now Frederickson obviously is rattled.
Yep.
He's 0-2 and hits the guy. The umpire also took that off the side of the head, but Tim Daniels is okay. Kind of shook it off. It hit Greer and got the umpire too.
That'll bring up Dylan Greeno-Groom. Like you said, that first pitch he launches is outside for ball 1.
Now we're tied at 4 all of a sudden.
Yep, all of a sudden we're tied at 4.
And this is where we say the Troopers can bust it open right here.
Base is still loaded. 1-0 count to Greeno-Groom. He lines one into center field, and it's going to get over the head of the center fielder. It's going to score 2 easily. Greer is hustling around third, and they're going to hold him at third, and it's going to score 2. An RBI double by Dylan Greeno-Groom makes it a 6-4 lead for the Troopers.
That time, that's right there. The Expos, you'd mentioned early in the game how shallow their outfielder was playing. The center fielder was really playing shallow. He had no shot at that.
Yep,
Line drive right over his head. And all of a sudden, we were talking about the Troopers. Come on, guys, let's go. Now they put up 5 here in the 5th.
Yeah, the center fielder was basically running backwards the entire way, didn't put a glove up or nothing.
I would love to see Tyler Ormseth right now get a fastball down the middle because Tyler's got good power.
Now Michael Greer on third, Dylan Greeno-Groom on second. Still no outs, and he wears one.
I think you got to call time here if you're the Expos manager.
I think you're right.
I mean, Frederickson has pitched so well, and now he hits Ormseth, and they're sprinting now down to the bullpen.
Yep.
And I think they're telling their relief pitcher, you better be ready here real quick.
And
so
catcher's out having a meeting. Yep. I think this is maybe just to buy time at this point.
And it was the bunt by Waugh that was not fielded by the pitcher.
Yeah.
And it kind of rattled Frederickson a little bit. Now he just can't find the zone.
Yeah, and the wheels, like you said, have kind of come off since then.
They were wobbling for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we're full on
wobbling. Nice.
I think it's total derailment right now.
Evan Barney up to the plate, the lefty, he fouls one off.
A couple more base hits. And and it's hard if you're, and the thing about it is they sent the relief pitcher down. He's going to come back now.
Mm-hmm.
So he must be ready to go.
Here comes we got time.
Time was called, no pitch on that one.
Yep.
So the relief pitcher, James, I'm watching, is coming back in. He's ready to go. I think you got to give him the hook right here. And I kind of feel
you
sorry.
Usually don't want to in the middle of an at-bat, but I agree. I think at this point.
I kind of feel sorry for Frederickson because he's done a nice job
pitched good all
today.
Game. Yeah.
He really has.
Here comes the 0-1 to Barney. That one's in there for strike 2.
This young kid, because he's a young kid, he looks like he's about 12. He really has done a nice job, really.
Yeah. I mean, he's pitched very well.
He looks it's like I say about Coleman Hanchett. Coleman looks like he's about 12. But he's a recent graduate of Sheridan High School. He's going to be a Wyoming Cowboy, isn't he?
Here comes the 0-2. Evan Barney spikes one foul on the first base side.
The world needs more Cowboys, Coleman. I love it. Well, you do. Coleman, I'm old, so everyone like you is going to look like you're 12.
This is good. This is good radio audio.
Because I was 12 like a long time ago. So Coleman, take that as a compliment.
0-2 count to Evan Barney. Bases loaded, still no outs. Here comes the 0-2 to Barney. That one spiked foul again. First base side.
Nice job. Good at bat.
Yep. Battling that one off.
Yep. Fight it off.
We've almost gone. This is the 9th hitter of the inning for the Troopers, and there are 0 outs on the board.
The Troopers have put 5 across with no outs.
Yep. That's a good inning. Here comes the 0-2. That one's in there for strike 3. Great
good
breaking
pitch.
ball. So Frederickson battles back there, gets his first out of the inning. I would imagine the RC manager is about to walk out and give the hook. Maybe not.
Nope. I think you know what. I think
surprised.
I think you know what. Live and die with it right now. See if you can get out of it. If they get some kind of a extra base hit here, they might pull him.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a really good at bat there if you're the pitcher. If you're Frederickson, 3 straight strikes essentially. First pitch that Maestri sees is out there or over the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, there's a couple of now he's kind of maybe settled back in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Base is still loaded, 1 out.
You get punched in the gut, and then you kind of recover a little bit maybe.
Troopers lead 6-4 on the range score. Here comes the 0-1 to Maestri. That one's in there as well. Strike 2. So 5 straight strikes by Frederickson. Looks like he has settled down just a little bit.
Boy, I'd like to. I mean, the Troopers have scored 5. This is one of those 8, 9, 10 run innings they should have had if they get there.
Yep. Here comes the 0-2. That one's a little bit high. Curveball didn't break all the way down. Ball 1. And I've run out of room on my score sheet.
It was so hilarious, though, we talked about when this inning started. 8, 9, top of the order, and guess what happened? They did their job.
That one's in there for strike 3.
Oh, got to swing the bat.
Yeah, got to battle
You
that
got
one
to
off.
swing it.
So strikeout looking for Maestri in his second at bat of the inning.
No, you cannot have the bases loaded. You scored 5, bases loaded, and you get 2 back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah.
Can't happen. Shouldn't happen.
So Troy Waugh back up to the plate.
Okay, see if Troy can come through. Hey, base hit scores 2.
Singled earlier.
Anything in the gap, you might get 3 here.
Yep, singled earlier back in this inning. Here comes the 0-0 to him in his second at bat. That one's in there for strike 1. Wow, Frederickson's really calmed down now.
Yeah,
Looking
nice
pretty
little,
good all of a sudden.
Nice little breaking ball there. A little deuce. Dropped the hammer there a little bit. Now the umpire is looking in the crowd. We've got a fan that's really giving it to the umpire, and it must be bad because you never, ever see that. You never see an umpire bark at the crowd. So
that's a little embarrassing.
I'll
be honest with you.
Somebody's being stupid.
Here comes the 0-1. And pickoff move over to Ormsted at first. There's runners on second and third as well. Don't see that very often.
Most of the time the heckling, usually it's, for the lack of a better term, most people don't understand the game, so they're just dumb. I always thought creative heckling was awesome.
Here comes the 0-1, and Waugh's going to pop one inside.
Well, they got the lead anyway.
And, yep, that is caught by first baseman Rippentrop for out number 3. But the Troopers push 5 across, make it a 6-4 lead. Now we'll head into the top half of the 6th. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM, KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Are you ready to begin your college journey but aren't sure where to start? At Sheridan College and Sheridan College in Johnson County, we are here to help guide you through every step of the way. Stop by anytime Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment expert and get your questions answered. With over 50 programs of study, we truly have something for everyone. For a complete list of degree programs available, go to sheridan.edu. Apply today. Registration is open for the summer and fall semesters. Sheridan College, begin your journey.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media
James,
Sports.
Troopers break through, got the lead.
6-4
I just want to comment on the umpire having to tell a heckler to be quiet, and here's the thing.
It doesn't happen very often.
99.9% of people watching the game have no idea what the rules are. So you just yell stuff out because you are an idiot. And that's the best way to embarrass your son.
Yeah.
That you're an idiot.
Son,
because
brother.
you have no idea what you're talking about. Now, when I was umpiring, I always liked if people heckled.
Did you ever throw anybody out?
No, not
Okay.
a fan. But what I always liked about it was I always enjoyed creative heckling.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't call a cab is a good one.
That's a good one.
I
do like that.
I had a guy one day it was a state tournament here. Powell and Worland were playing, and Powell and Worland's a great rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at first base, and these guys were in the first base bleachers, and they're on me.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear, "You suck as an umpire, and I'll bet you suck on the radio too." And I thought that was awesome. And then I found out later that there was a Sheridan guy sitting up there, and one of the fans had asked, "Where's this guy from?" And he said, "Sheridan. He's our sports guy on the radio." And I thought that was like the best heckle of all time.
Yeah.
Not only do you suck at
Hits you right where it hurts.
Yeah, it was awesome. But, you couldn't call a cab as a good one?
That's good. Yeah. The thing is, though, it shouldn't when it comes from fans like that, It's
No,
just it's a bad, especially in American Legion baseball.
The thing is, I know Tim Daniels really. I know Tim Daniels really well, and Tim would not do that unless it was really, really kind of nasty.
Yeah. So we got a new pitcher on the mound. I believe that's Evan Barney. I could be wrong there. I won't guess. I'll get a number here in just a second for the Troopers. First pitch in there for strike one. It is Carter Johnson leading off for RC.
Good inning by the Troops. Way to come back. I mean, it took a while, but they got the big inning.
Here comes the 0-1. That one's fouled off right back into the screen.
Who is that?
Dylan Greeno-Groom.
It is Dylan. So they got Dylan in to try to close it out. You know, give him a little work before the weekend.
Yep. Dylan on the bump now.
The biggies, you know, this is fine tonight and tomorrow when they play Rapid City tomorrow.
Here comes the 0-2. That one's a little bit low. Ball one.
The big games are Saturday. That's when the Troopers start league play with Casper. Now you're playing for seeding for the state tournament.
Right.
The big ones are Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's almost like when you play a doubleheader at home, you've got to win both.
Mm-hmm. Put out your best at bats.
Yep.
Here comes the 1-2 from Greeno-Groom. That one's inside as well for ball two. Gets away from Wall a little bit, but nothing to be worried about. Nobody on base. Be Carter Johnson, Hayden Burris, and Lars Kiefer. 3-4-5 coming up to the plate for Rapid City in this top half of the sixth inning.
And look, it was a long weekend for the Troopers. They played a bunch of baseball. Had yesterday off, and then they're right back on the field.
Comes the 2-2. That one's dribbled left side. Michael Greer's going to handle that cleanly. Throw over to first in time for out number one.
Don't want to hit it at that guy.
No, he's as surefire as you can be over at third base.
Yeah, right now that side of the infield's very, really the infield's really solid right now.
Yeah, you're very comfortable defensively.
I think so. You know, you're going to have miscues every now and then, but for the most part, everybody's pretty dang solid.
A lot of age in the infield as well, which is always something you like to have.
That good experience.
That's the word I'm looking for. First pitch to Burris is a little bit high for ball one from Dylan Greeno-Groom. And here comes the 1-0. That one's just a little bit high and outside.
That was a breaking ball that
flew.
That was about 4 feet over everybody's head.
That was he threw a shot put there.
It was like a 95-foot curveball.
Oh.
Way over everybody's head.
A little bit high. Here comes the 2-0. That one a little bit low. So 3-0 now.
Well, you don't want to give him any life.
Nope.
You know, you don't want to give Rapid City any confidence. You got your big stick is coming up on deck, and it's only a 2-run lead.
Here comes the 3-0. That one in there for strike one. So Greeno-Groom looking to battle back here.
You know what? Challenge Burris.
Yep.
You know Burris has struck out once. Don't just challenge this guy.
Yeah.
Go right at him again.
Here comes the 3-1. That one in there for
there you
strike
go.
two. Swung on and missed by Burris.
Don't mess around. Just go after him.
Good pitch.
I mean, the Troopers have won 9 of 10. They would love to keep that streak going right now. They really have been playing well the last couple of weeks.
3-2 swung on and missed by Burris. Dylan Greeno-Groom battles back, gets the strikeout.
That's a nice job right there. That's a nice job right there by Dylan. Kind of, trying to dance around him, paint the corners on the first couple of pitches, then he came right back with fastballs.
She goes right at him. So that's going to bring up Lars Kiefer. He walked back in the second, struck out in the third. Came around to score in the second as well.
Well, you're up 6-4. You're going to, basically got a chance to close this thing out in the next inning. So let's not mess around. Go after him.
Here comes the first pitch to Kiefer. That one swung on and missed for strike one.
Just, you know what? Good old straight fastball.
Yeah, that was pure gas right there.
Yep, that's all that was. Heat it up. Let's go.
And the 0-1 curveball left a little bit high. Keep it a 1-1 count.
The thing was, it's like, you want to go after the guy, but still, you don't want to fall in love with your fastball either.
Well, you don't want to hang anything either. If you're throwing your breaking ball, keep it low. Here comes the 1-1 from Groom. That one swung on and missed.
I think you just got it. He's based on that swing.
Hasn't come around on the fastball yet.
You just got to deal right here. Go right straight gas at him, and get back in the dugout and try to finish this thing out in the sixth.
1-2 count to Burris. Greeno-Groom comes set, and here it comes. That one in there for strike three. Catches the inside corner.
There you go.
And Greeno-Groom will come back into the dugout. And we head into the bottom half of the sixth, Troopers leading 6-4. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
Visionary, keeping Sheridan County connected.
And welcome back to Ernie Rattling Field, Ryder Park. Rowan Fredrickson still out there on the bump for Rapid City.
He really has done a nice job. I mean,
he's
down
off
6-4.
Right.
They put up the big inning in the last inning, but he kind of was able to right himself after the Troopers did the damage. And now the Troopers right now go back to the top of the order, James. A chance now to polish this thing off, get a couple, and finish it off.
Yeah, Fredrickson, he finished off that last inning. He gave up 5, obviously, but he finished off that last inning with 2 strikeouts looking and then a pop out to first base. So it's not like he ended on a bad note.
Because I'm sure Dylan Greeno-Groom's probably going to get the last inning with the lead. I would be surprised if he doesn't. I mean, this is a tune-up for him for the weekend.
Mm-hmm. So Tyler Hutton up to the plate, top half of the order for the Troopers. First pitch that he sees inside for ball 1.
Now, this young kid from Rapid City, he's done a nice job today. I mean, he's not gonna break a raw egg if he throws it, but he really has kind of done a nice job.
0-1 is lined into left center for a base hit by Tyler Hutton. That's going to hold up in front of the left fielder.
The way he hit that ball, don't you wish you could have been a lefty?
Yeah.
You have such an advantage. He just served that thing into left field. That was perfect.
Yeah, and you're in stride and running.
Yeah, it was just
as you put the bat down.
Such an advantage. You can step a little bit towards first and just line it the other way. And now the power guys come up.
Yep, Hamrick up to the plate again after the single. Hamrick's had a great day so far. He had a triple back in the first. Kind of popped out to the catcher, but catcher misplayed it and got thrown out at first in his second at-bat, and then got a single that came around to score in the 5th. First pitch, no pickoff move by Fredrickson over to first. Hutton gets back in time, though. Hamrick scored twice.
I see our heckler has gone silent.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Usually how it goes.
If you get challenged.
Especially, I mean, that's embarrassing. Hutton's going on the pitch. High and outside is the pitch, and that one Hutton gets there in time.
The catcher's talking to the umpire and saying, hey, it was a batter in my way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like a delayed swing there by Hamrick.
It was, and he's like, hey. Because the throw kind of bounced in front of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, right now the Troopers are playing for 1 or 2 runs. That's what they're playing for right now.
Yeah, get a little extra breathing room would be great.
Or insurance runs, as we call those.
Insurance runs, yeah.
Insurance runs.
So it is a 1-0 count to Hamrick, and he lines one up to the right to the shortstop, and he was playing it perfectly. Catches the ball and then tags second base for the double play.
Wow.
Nothing Hutton can really do there.
No.
He is kind of caught out in no man's land. That was just a series of unfortunate events, if you will. Line out by Cal Hamrick.
That ball was hit right back up the middle by Cale.
Yep.
And the shortstop just played in the right spot, and then he dove at the bag, and really, as you said, Tyler, there's nothing Tyler could do.
Yep.
It was hit so well.
So that will go down as Trevor Stowe comes into play, watches strike 1. That'll go as a 6 unassisted double play.
Yeah.
Correct?
I'd like to see Trevor turn on one here if he gets a good one to look at.
And Stowe pops one up. More of a fly ball, I guess, into right field. Right fielder fields it cleanly. That is out number 3. So Troopers go quiet in the bottom half of the 6th. They'll try to wrap it up here heading into the top half of the 7th, leading 6-4. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on Sheridan Media.
Mobile banking is a terrific service with numerous features, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union has it. With the Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union mobile banking app, use your smartphone for remote deposit, transferring money, paying bills, making loan payments, and more. Take a picture of a check and deposit it into your account. Mobile banking is fantastic at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to Ernie Rattolini Field, Thorn Ryder Park. Dylan Greeno-Groom back out on the bump to try to finish this one off. Troopers leading 6-4 after a big five-run fifth inning, and then a one run in the first inning makes it 6 runs for the Troopers, and then 4 runs in the top half of the second for Rapid City off of a grand slam. And maybe the at-bat of the night is coming up, possibly with McCoy Rippentrop coming up third in the lineup here.
Well, the first thing you want to do, you're up 6-4, and you got Dylan Greeno-Groom out there, and Dylan, just get the first guy out.
Yeah.
And then everybody's going to relax.
That is.
Get the first out.
First up, number 15.
And then you can just go from there. Everybody relaxes. I mean, it's 6-4 ball game, so it's not in the barn yet.
Yep. And if you're Greeno-Groom, you don't want to let anybody on here. Neugebauer, first pitch he sees. Neugebauer, low for ball 1. And again, McCoy Rippentrop coming up third here in this inning, and he's the one with the big grand slam earlier in the second. Second pitch that Neugebauer sees outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0. That one's lined foul.
Yep, I like that. Just go at him. Just go at him. Let's just, it's like, let's finish it out. Let's get out of this thing and go get something to eat and get ready for game 2.
And the 2-1 from Dylan. That one, check swing, and he did go around, so I don't make it a 2-2 count.
I think it was a strike all the way, though.
I think so.
I think it was right at the belt. Just kind of a check swing. The umpires didn't even look. He called it a strike.
Here comes the 2-2 to Dylan. From Dylan, that one's fouled back into the netting.
Hey, nice job by Neugebauer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get in a jam like that, just get anything you can. And he was totally fooled on that breaking ball and just was able to get a piece of it.
Fouls it straight back into the screen. Good defensive swing there. And here comes the time called. Excuse me.
It's been, I'm going to tip my cap to Fredrickson today, the pitcher for the Expos. He did a nice job for a young kid.
Yeah, did very good outside of one inning. He's done very good.
Did a nice job.
Here comes the 2-2. That one swung on. That one is fouled off on the first base side. Here comes the Greeno-Groom. Comes the 2-2. That one's a little bit high for ball 3.
Go after him.
Yeah, got to challenge him here. Here comes the 3-2. That one's inside. Spiked curveball. Greeno-Groom not happy with himself.
I think it hit him.
Maybe, possibly. I thought he spiked it. But tough angle here. Can't really see it.
Well, I think it hit him on the I think it bounced.
On the bounce?
It bounced and hit him. So it was definitely ball 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. That'll bring up Jace Morgan, the left fielder.
Okay.
Dylan Greeno-Groom not happy with himself after that pitch,
not.
Obviously.
I mean, he's thinking right now, you just got to get a ground ball.
Yeah.
Give your guys a shot at a double play.
First pitch to Morgan in there for strike 1. Morgan so far today, single, came around to score back in the second, and he flew out to the right fielder in the fourth.
And your slugger's on deck.
Yeah. The guy that's done all the damage today is on deck. Here comes the 0-1. That one's skied into left field, kind of a looper. Hamrick's going out there to try to field it. It's going to be fielded. Nope, lands in front of, I believe it's
tough play.
Avin Barney out there. Or excuse me, not Avin Barney.
That's tough. I mean, that's no man's land right there.
There's Riley Green out there.
Riley came on hard. Kale maybe had a shot at it, but it was almost like in that spot where neither guy could really get a good look at it.
Yeah, the triangle, as they call it.
Well, now, you know what? Now you need a big defensive play.
Yep.
You don't want to give this cat anything to look at with nobody out.
Yep, McCoy Rippentrop up to the plate now. And he has the big homer earlier in the game, and he just took a hack at that one, trying to take the lead after that, but he fouls it back into the backstop.
Well, if I'm Rippentrop right now, that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I got to hit
You've done it once already.
I'm going to blast it hard somewhere. I just want to find something and just let it rip. Don't get cheated.
Waz's going to go out there and talk to Greeno-Groom.
I think they're just talking about what they want to do with this guy.
Yeah. What's the plan here?
I would love, you're up 0-1. Love to see a big old lefty breaking ball right here. Something off speed. Just try to drop something in on his hands. Don't let him extend the arms. Don't let him get a good look at something.
A 1 count to Rippentrop after the foul ball. And here comes the 0-1. He squares around a bunt, and he puts down a really good bunt. Wall comes up and fields it cleanly,
Nice
throws
play.
the runner out at first.
You know what? Get the out.
Yep.
But now the Expos are a base hit away, James, from tying this thing up.
A good sack bunt. Maybe, I think, caught a lot of people off guard with that sack bunt.
Nice play by Waugh, though,
Yep.
to get the out. But now, the Expos played it tough. They played it by the book. Let's get runners in scoring position now. Base hit ties the ball game up.
You're going to have at the very least, your one-hole guy coming up to plate.
Give these guys credit. They're not going quietly.
They're not. Josh Elder is going to come to the plate, the catcher for Rapid City, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch he sees. Hits.
Oh, the umpire
Daniels.
took it right. He got it. I don't know. I think Waugh got crossed up, and Daniels got drilled. Their home plate umpire really took a shot here.
That's not fun.
So he's going to walk this off. They're going to come and take a look at him. And Tim really, I don't know where that got him. And now Troy Waugh is going to come over and talk to him and say, sorry about that.
Yep.
I think they got crossed up. But Tim Daniels just took a fastball from Dylan Green-Groom, either got him in the collarbone or right in the grill. I think he got him in the face
mask.
mask.
Face, yeah. He's
and the problem with those
taking some of the paint chips out of his face from the mask.
Well, the thing about the mask that you wear, because I've taken a few of those, what happens is it drives it right back into your forehead, and it feels like somebody's taken a nail gun and driven a nail into your head.
Ugh.
So Tim's shaking it off, and Troy Waugh taps in. Sorry about that. I think that time Troy was thinking something else was coming.
Yeah, right after it hit Daniels, Wall looked out there and was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, now they're going to talk it over. I just think he got crossed up, and, hey, Tim's a tough guy, but, boy, that's
not fun.
No.
Yeah.
The only good thing I tell people about that is the good thing about when you get hit like that, you didn't see it coming.
True.
So the trauma isn't too bad.
And luckily, it's the 7th inning, so hopefully this is it for him behind home plate.
That's what he's thinking. Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
But you know what? Right now, the Expos got something working. The Troopers looked like they were a little comfortable, and all of a sudden now, base hit ties this ball game up.
So a 1-0 count to Josh Elder. Runners on second and third for Rapid City. Only one out. Troopers lead 6-4. Here comes the 1-0. That one's low. Good block there by Waugh.
I think we got a little more baseball here to go. There's a little bit more meat on the bone than I kind of thought.
There's some work to do.
I thought Dylan was going to be able to get in there and close this out.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't had his breaking ball working the way he would like it to be working, as effectively as he'd like it. So a 2-0 count to Elder. And Greeno-Groom comes set. Here it comes. That one in there for strike one.
Nice little fastball right at the knees on the inner third.
Yeah. I think I don't think you really need to go away from that fastball.
I don't think so either. I think you just got to get the guys to put the ball in play.
You're not going to figure out the curveball out there on the mound with guys on second and third.
No, you know what they need right now? What Dylan needs is an out.
He'll take a sac fly, because that's only one run.
Exactly.
You might move a runner up to third, but
he's
still leading 6-5.
Yep, get the out and then go after the next guy. That's what you want.
Here comes the 2-1. That one swung on, lifted into left field in foul territory. Michael Greer made a look, but lands foul.
Just not hit well enough for him to run under that.
Kind of in that dead area. They had a base hit kind of over there a little bit earlier, but that one flew a little bit too far foul. So that'll make it a 2-2 count. We've got a wiffle ball on the field. We'll have time. And the wiffle ball thrown back over. Good heads-up play there by Frankie Maestri coming out of the dugout, lunching the wiffle ball back over the dugout. So a 2-2 count to Elder. Here it comes. That one, good pitch.
Yep.
Catch the outside corner for strike three.
That's a tough pitch. But late in the game, I just got hit in the grill.
Yeah. Get me out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here. And that was borderline right there. But if you're at home, you get borderline pitches. Yeah. That's just the way it goes. And that was a borderline at the knees on the outside corner.
Good pitch.
And now I think Dylan just go to work on this cat.
Kane McLeod coming up to the plate, the DH. 2 outs now in the top half of the 7th. Runners on second and third. First pitch to McLeod. That one's lined right to Michael Greer. He's able to gobble it up, throw it over to first, and gets the out to end the game. Great job by Michael Greer to swallow that up and still make the throw. That's a tough play to get done over at third base.
You played third base.
I would have let that right through.
The thing about it is,
come on through.
That ball, and the people on the video can watch it, that really had a chance to eat Gurr up, and he did a great job to smother it because it was hitting in such a bad spot. But the Troopers get it done.
And
nice job.
If that ball gets by him, that's 2 runs.
2 runs right there. And
Period, and we're tied up.
Michael did a nice job because that was that in-betweener, and that could have eaten him up, and he just smothered it and made the play. Troopers win 6-4. We'll let everybody know that Coleman and James and I will be back here in the next 20 minutes to a half hour. Right about the top of the hour at 7 o'clock, we'll start game number 2. So the Troopers win it 6-4 in the first game. Game number 2 of the doubleheader coming up, hopefully near the top of the hour, so stay with us. We'll have more baseball for you coming up on KWYO, 1410 AM and 106.9 FM, and also our live video web stream. Game 2 on the way, coming up next. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Coleman Hanshit is with us tonight, bringing you all the video. I'm Trevor Jackson. James Timberlake with us as well as we get ready for Game 2 of this doubleheader with the Rapid City Expos. It'll be Tyler Hutton on the mound to start the ball game for the Troops, and Michael Greer will do the catching in the second game as we get ready to go in Game 2. Troopers winning the first one. And again, the same two teams tomorrow, by the way. And again, it's that early start tomorrow. Rare to have an in-week game. And we've got a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we'll have it on the radio for you. We'll also have our video web stream going as well at SheridanMedia.com. So you will not miss any of the action tomorrow. So if you have to work tomorrow, get your computers ready, get your radios ready. We'll have all the action for you as we get ready to roll here in the top of the first inning for the Expos, as the Troopers, again, coming from behind to win the first game as we get ready to roll here. And it will be Chase Morgan to lead it off, the first baseman for the Expos, batting from the left-hand side to start us off here in the top of the first. And James Timberlake will take over for all the play-by-play.
Yeah, hopefully I don't know if they want to duplicate last game necessarily.
I don't think you want to. I think you'd love, well, obviously, get a lead, hold the lead, and just cruise, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal, but we'll see. We'll see what offense comes out for the Troopers. They got one run back in the first inning of last game, and then they had to get a 5-er in the fifth inning to really pull away from Rapid City. They had Rapid City got a grand slam. Really the biggest offense they had all game. The only offense they had all game was a grand slam. Put them across 4 runs, and that was the extent of the scoring. First pitch from Tyler Hutton to Chase Morgan is a ground ball right to Dyson Murner out there first, and that is an easy first out. You'll take that, right?
So good to see Dyson out there make the play right at him. Hit pretty well. Boy, I'll tell you what, is there any better place to live in Sheridan, Wyoming on a night like tonight? Wow.
I don't think so.
This is your Chamber of Commerce evening on a Tuesday.
Chamber of Commerce evening?
Yes. This is what gets vacationers coming here.
Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
First pitch to Graydon Juvie.
See all the things you learn, James?
It's a strike, yeah, I know, right?
Hanging around with the old guys.
That one is fouled off into the parking lot on the first base side.
So Tyler doing a good job in the first couple of batters. Stay in the zone. Pound the zone. Make him swing it.
So a quick 0-2 count to Juvie. Here comes the 0-2 from Hutton, the left-hander. Curveball, but too far outside for ball 1.
We were talking about that first game. It's nice to be able to have 2 or 3 lefties on your pitching staff.
Yeah. Really mixes up the looks.
Yeah, exactly. Change it up.
Here comes the 1-2. That one's a curveball as well that didn't break over the plate. Keep it ball 2. And that one is bounced right to Cale Hamrick over at shortstop. He fields it clean and throws it over for out number 2.
Hey, easy peasy, right?
Yep. Big bouncing ground ball. That's about as easy as it gets.
All book so far on the first 2 batters. Just a couple of ground balls. I just, we talked. I think you mentioned in the first game we haven't really seen the Troopers bust out here at home.
No.
We're just waiting for them to put the hammer on someone.
That's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter. First pitch he sees a little bit outside for ball 1. That's Carter Johnson, the right fielder. Johnson, a righty, up at the plate. And the 1-0 to him is swung on and missed. Good pitch there by Hutton on the outside corner. And here comes the 1-1 from Hutton. That one's lined right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit from Carter Johnson.
Right back where it came from.
That's a good feeling. Right back up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly hit ball for an easy single. So the single by Carter Johnson. It's going to bring up Hadley Burris. Another righty. Our number 14 and playing third base for Rapid City. A pickoff move and gets the runner dead to rights. It's going to be a pickle, a little pickle, but perfectly played by Dyson
What
Murner.
A pick.
Yep.
That'll go down as a 3-4 out.
That goes 3-4, yeah. A little pickoff move that turned into kind of a pickle, and the runner is out in the pickle. So nothing that comes across for Rapid City in this top half of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the first. Still tied 0-0 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Wyoming Corporate Office is the trusted business choice behind thousands of businesses. Whether it's business formation, payroll, corporate paperwork, mail scanning service, or small business phone service, Wyoming Corporate Office powers over 100,000 businesses worldwide and locally. This makes Wyoming Corporate Office the state's largest business-to-business service provider, located right here in Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're drowning in corporate paperwork looking for someone with an unmatched experience that cares and wants to be your partner in making your business successful, trust that Wyoming Corporate Office can help you focus on what makes your business tick. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Hi, this is Ken Rockabush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to Ronald Field, Thorn Rider Stadium. Quick out there. 4 batters come to the plate, 1 single. Then they get the put out on the pickoff play. The Troopers come to bat here in the bottom of the first with the score tied at 0s on the range scoreboard.
It'll be Tyler Hutton leading it off. He's the pitcher as well, so hoping to start the game off helping himself out. Cale Hamrick batting second, playing shortstop. Trevor Stowe at third base, batting third. Michael Greer batting 4-hole, catching. Dylan Greeno-Groom in the 5-hole, playing center field. Riley Green in left field, batting 6th. Avin Barney batting 7th, playing right field. Dyson Murner batting 8th at first base, and Tony Carlson at second base batting 9th will round out the Trooper lineup in this second ball game.
I'd love to see a great start. You know, they got a 1 run in the first inning on the triple by Cale Hamrick to kind of start the scoring in the first game. Took him a while to kind of get going.
We kind of thought that was the start of something as well. We thought that was maybe going to be the first time we've really seen them break out at home.
You'd like to see them just get after these guys if they can.
First pitch Hutton sees is in there for strike 1.
Little lollipop breaking ball.
Yep. And here comes the 0-1. That one catches the outside corner as well for strike 2.
Tough pitch.
2 good breaking balls.
You don't blame a batter for not swinging at that.
No.
That was just in a real tough spot.
So a quick 0-2 count. And here comes the 0-2 fouled off by Hutton.
I'm kind of surprised he came back with another breaking ball.
Yeah, it seems to be.
I thought maybe it was going to be a fastball, try to bust him inside.
That I think we can comfortably say that's probably his favorite pitch. And an 0-2 count to Hutton. Here it comes. That one swung on, dribbled right side. Going to be fielded cleanly by the first baseman, who's going to race over the bag and get the out unassisted. That is Jace Morgan over there.
Next up, shortstop, number 2, Cale Hamrick.
Back-to-back 3 unassisteds to start both lineups in this second game. I'll bring up Cale Hamrick, shortstop for the Troop. A pretty good game last game. Came around to score twice, a single and a double. Comes the first pitch he sees. Ooh, check swing there. I think he was expecting fastball
that
there,
but another great breaking ball.
Caught him off on the front foot. And here comes the 0-1. That one swung on, hit hard to third base, but fielded cleanly by the third baseman. Thrown over to first. Gets him off the bag a little bit, and the tag is laid down by the first baseman. Good play by the first baseman. Had to come off the bag to catch that ball and tag Cale Hamrick and had to dive for it.
That's one of those things when you're a first baseman, you know the ball is wide. All of a sudden you got to become athletic and know you got to tag the guy. Nice play.
That
solid.
Was Jace Morgan over there again. The throw by Hadley Burris.
Well, you know, the first 2 batters, he's got rollover ground balls.
And that one's lined into left field, but it's going to go foul. Hit hard by Trevor Stowe.
Now, we saw that Fredrickson the first game didn't throw real hard, but was very effective. Now, this kid doesn't throw hard either, but obviously he's not afraid to throw off-speed breaking balls at all.
Here comes the 0-1. That one lined into left field. Stowe is just early on it again, and he is obviously sitting on that curveball.
You know,
2 long strikes.
Now you'd love to see, you know, now you got him set up for a fastball, but, you know, you hang one of those curveballs, he's going to hit it a long way because he knows it's coming.
Yeah. And he's seen plenty of them in his career.
This kid's thrown a ton of them.
Here comes the 0-2. That one gets the front door curveball.
I'm not sure what that was. It was almost, I'm thinking kind of a knuckleball action.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was a wicked pitch. I don't blame Trevor Stowe at all for looking at that one.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, he's still thinking about it.
1, 2, 3. The Troopers go down. We'll head into the top half of the second. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
We were talking about how nasty that last pitch was. Now, that was more than nasty. The next thing to trump what a nasty pitch is, that stuff was filthy.
Yeah, that was
I mean, pitch. That was a pitch that I don't know if it was a knuckle curve kind of thing, but Trevor kind of looked at the umpire, and the umpire's like, yeah. And you're
That's
just
strike three, but I don't know what it was.
You're walking by, you walk back, shaking your head, to absolutely no idea what that pitch was. That whatever it was brilliant. That was a great pitch.
And Stowe was hitting the ball pretty hard on those other off-speed pitch, but that one just caught him off guard. Catches the front door. Is that the front door? The front door, right?
Yep.
Because it's in front of him, right? Obviously.
Just amazing though. But you know what? Not throwing hard. You don't have to throw hard as long as you can get outs.
If you got good off-speed, I mean. That's hard to really hit against, especially in American Legion, because you don't see it a lot.
To be an effective pitcher, it's not about striking guys out. It's about getting outs.
Yeah.
And we saw that there in the bottom of the first inning.
Hadley Burris is going to step back into the plate after a pickoff move ended his last at-bat. The first pitch he sees in this second inning is a ball a little bit high and outside for ball one. Carter Johnson caught in the rundown in the first inning to end that first inning. He squares around a bunt. Burris does. Gets one right in front of the pitcher. Fielded cleanly by Hutton and throws over to first for out number one. Good play there by Hutton. No panic. Fields it cleanly. Nice smooth throw over to first. Lars Kiefer going to come up to the plate now, the center fielder.
And, really both lineups look really familiar from the first game. Just kind of move some positions around.
And first pitch, Kiefer sees inside for ball one from Hutton. Yeah, I think the only difference is we don't see the pitchers from either team that started the game back in the game, obviously. Except Dylan Greeno-Groom is back in, but he came in relief, obviously. Next pitch to Kiefer in there for strike one.
Kiefer did not like that pitch. Kind of shook his head a little bit. Just caught the outside corner barely.
Here comes the 1-1. That one outside for ball two. So 2-1 count to Kiefer, and here it comes. That one swung on and missed.
Good spot, inside corner, right under the hands, James. It is so hard for a batter to. If you're going to take a hack at it, you're not going to. You've got to be able to try to fist it the other way.
You're going golfing at that pitch. Here comes the 2-2. That one's way outside. So 3-2 count now. Kiefer works it full. Still 0-0 on the range scoreboard. Here comes the 3-2. That one's fouled off first base side and out of play. Over by the tennis courts. Have you ever been inside that indoor tennis court?
I have not.
I haven't either.
But it is a busy place.
I don't doubt it. Year-round tennis. That must be nice. Mm-hmm. Here comes the 3-2. That one swung on and missed. Good pitch there by Hutton.
Nice fastball right at the knees. Good pitch.
Three.
Good pitch by Tyler right there. I mean, that's the good one to get it out. Go right, knees maybe a little bit below, but get them, if it's good enough to swing at, that's what you want.
Strikeout brings up Ashton Paulson, the DH in this second game. His first action of the day. First pitch from Hutton, fouled off into the screen by Paulson.
Just love. We talked about it all season since April, the quickness. The Troopers pitchers work so fast.
Yeah, they get into a momentum pretty easily.
They do.
Here comes the 0-1. That's a curveball. Great pitch. Right over the outside corner of the plate.
That late breaking ball right there, the bottom dropped out of that thing. And you're a batter. You give up on that really early.
Yep. And another thing coming into play here are the shadows a little bit. Here comes the 0-2. That one's a little bit low. Good block there by Michael Greer.
Try to bust him inside on that fastball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the shadows are coming into play a little bit in front of the mound.
The way Thornrider Stadium sits, third, short, and left field, it's a brutal sun right now.
Yeah, you're looking straight into the sun,
right
essentially.
into it. Yep.
So a 1-2 count to Paulson. Here it comes. That one catches the outside corner for strike 3. And that is out, number 3 in the top half of the second. So we go to the bottom half of the second. Still tied 0-0 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi there, this is Jim Chosky with Stiefel Financial. You're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Ernie Rodolini Field, Thorn Rider Park. Still tied 0-0 on the range scoreboard, and Tyler Hutton, 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in a row. Good job so far on the bump from him. We'll have 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Troopers. Michael Greer, Dylan Greeno-Groom, and Riley Green.
Well, the way this kid's pitching right now, you're going to have to be really patient at the plate because it's coming in at about 70 miles an hour.
It's all off speed.
And it's all off speed, so you've really got to sit back on that back foot and let the pitch come to you. You can't be diving at stuff. But if he hangs something, these guys are good enough. They can really do some damage.
Especially the top half of the order. They've seen it enough. Michael Greer squares wanted to bunt, but way outside for ball 1. He pulls it back.
There's no way Michael's bunting for a base hit.
I don't think so.
I think that was a little gamesmanship.
We'll faking him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Make him think about it, throwing the curveball. It's not easy to do. Here comes the 1-0. That one's close, but a little bit outside for ball 2.
Just a couple of fastballs there. That's surprising.
Here comes the 2-0. That one a little bit low as well for ball 3. So a quick 3-0 count to Michael Greer.
It's amazing. He's gone 3 straight fastballs to Greer. Or the top of the first inning, it was all breaking balls.
Yeah, all off speed. Here comes the 3-0. That one in there for strike 1. Again, it looks like another fastball there. He's got a very short delivery.
I don't think I would throw it in that same spot again.
I don't think so. Here comes the 3-1. That one outside for ball 4. So
James,
Michael Greer
that
works
didn't
the
miss
walk.
by much, but
it did not.
Michael will take the walk.
So early base runner for the Troopers in the bottom half of the second here. Michael Greer on first. It's going to bring up Dylan Greeno-Groom.
Well, you get that leadoff guy on now. The coaches can do whatever they want. The batters can. Now so many more things come into play with the leadoff guy on.
I would expect a bunt here if it were me. And Dylan Greeno-Groom squares around, hits it right back to the pitcher. Nobody covering second, so no play there. They get Dylan Greeno-Groom.
He did his job, got the sacrifice. But he did his nice job. Just lay it down, get your man. Get your buddy to second base, and now let somebody try to drive him in.
I think there may have been a little bit of a miscommunication there by
everybody vacated
because everybody vacated second.
Yeah, they did.
And you could have had a play over there at second base because it was hit kind of straight back at the pitcher, but there was nobody covering second base, so the only out was at first. That'll bring up the sac bunt, brings up Riley Green, left fielder. First pitch he sees is a little bit outside for ball 1. Runner on second for the Troopers, 1 out in the bottom half of the second inning on the range scoreboard. Still tied 0-0. Here comes the 1-0. That one's in there for strike 1. Looks like Kane McLeod working the off speed a little bit more again. So now a 1-1 count. And here comes the 1-1. That one's low for ball 2.
You know, kind of watching McLeod pitch and then watching Frederickson in the last game. You got young players.
Yeah.
You know, teach them how to pitch first. The velocity will come as they get a little bit older. And I kind of like that. Both of these guys have pitched the same way.
Here comes the 2-1 from McLeod. That one's popped sky high. Shallow center field. Center fielder's going to get it, and that is going to be out number 2.
Next up, number 22.
So the fly out by Green will bring up Avin Barney.
There's nothing worse than a batter or batters or a team. When you're facing somebody that doesn't throw real hard, it gets really frustrating when you're not, because you think you're just going to pound the guy. And it gets really frustrating when you're popping the ball up
start getting under
or
everything.
rolling ground balls over.
First pitch to Avon Barney, a little bit low for ball 1.
Because you're not intimidated by velocity. It's one thing if somebody stands up there throwing 90 at you or better. You can be intimidated. But somebody just kind of throwing, kind of picking their way at the corners and stuff, it can get really frustrating as a batter.
Here comes the 1-0 to Barney. That one's hit well right in the hole between first and second. They're going to send the runner home from second base, and the play at the plate is not in time. Michael Greer comes home to score an RBI single by Avon Barney, moves up to second on the throw as well.
Nice job. Michael Greer was digging that time. That was everything that he had, and he was not going to be denied.
Yeah, he was coming home the entire time.
I think if he gets the stop sign at third, he was going to run through it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
There you go. You get an early run.
And Avon Barney in scoring position as well on the throw. It's going to bring up Dyson Murner. First pitch, Dyson sees. He pops up as well. This one's on the infield. First baseman coming in and makes the play for out number 3, but the Troopers push one across. It's a 1-0 lead on the range scoreboard heading into the top half of the third. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back. Trooper Baseball. Troopers lead 1-0 on the range scoreboard after an RBI single from Avon Barney drove in Michael Greer. And we're heading into the top half of the third. It's going to be 7-8-9 coming up for Rapid City. Good at bat there by Avon Barney to
it sure
put
was.
One in the hole.
Hit it well. And there was no doubt when Greer took off, when he came into third base, there was no way he was not going to.
Yeah.
He was not holding up.
He said, "I'm either.
Well, you look at it this
I'm
way.
going to get the run or be out at home."
Percentage-wise, James, and I mean it's just baseball. The outfielder's got to make an absolutely perfect throw to get you. And percentage-wise, it's maybe 30% of the time they might get you. I'd take the 70% that the throw's not going to get you.
I was going to say, you can be a lot more daring in American Legion baseball.
And if you get thrown off the plate on a great throw, all you can do is tip your cap and go, "Nice throw, kid."
Yeah.
That's
you'd rather
be aggressive.
Yeah, you'd rather be out at home than have the question of what if it's stuck at third.
And if a guy guns you out, then he does, and you tip your cap and you move on.
So 7-8-9 coming up. It'll be Dawson Inhofer, first pitch. First pitch he sees is in there for strike one from Tyler Hutton.
I like that. Just start with a fastball. Get ahead in the count. I mean, for all the youngsters out there listening, get ahead in the count.
Strike 2 there by Tyler Hutton on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Now you're in a good spot. Now Tyler can do whatever he wants.
So quick 0-2 count to Inhofer.
Nothing good.
And here it comes. That one swung on and missed for strike 3.
Yeah, he just kind of blew him away right there with the fastball.
3 straight strikes.
Next up, number 22,
by Hutton.
Let's have the immaculate inning. We have it set up right now.
True. We do.
The immaculate inning. You don't see it very often. 9 pitches, 3 outs.
Broden Sales up to the plate. Playing left field. A lefty as well. First pitch he sees is fouled. A bunt. Kind of came around a bunt, and he speared it.
Yep, that's bunting for a base hit all the way.
Yeah, speared it into the foul territory on the third base side. So an 0-1 count to Sales. And here it comes from Hutton. That's a curveball. Just misses upstairs. Maybe a little bit high for a breaking ball.
All moms and dads out there, if you have a lefty son or daughter playing fast pitch softball or baseball, teach them how to lay the bunt down.
Yeah. You get a lot of base hits that way. Here comes the 1-1. That one's hit right back into the screen.
You just, the thing about being a lefty, you just have such an advantage of being able to move the ball around.
Yeah.
You get a great start out of the box. It's such a great advantage.
Here comes the 1-2 from Hutton. That was a curveball that Sales just fights off on the first base side.
It's a good pitch. Sales did a nice job of kind of hanging in there with
defensive swing there.
Yep, foul it away. That's what I love about the game of baseball. It's like my favorite. And there's so many little tiny things. And you and I talk about it all the time, James. There's so many little things.
Here comes the 1-2. That one outside, bounced before home plate.
Little tiny, stupid things that, most people are like, oh, I'm just sitting here watching the game. I just watch it a little differently because every pitch is something's happening.
Yeah, there's a tactic to it. Here comes the 2-2. That one swung on and missed.
And again, he just came with a high heat right there, and that just blew him away. So that's 2 in a row right there, James. He just, he kind of dink and dunk a little bit around the plate, and then he just come with a straight heat. And the batter, again, on his back foot a little bit, not ready for it, and he was late on the swing.
Kind of dared Sales to go up and swing at that pitch, and he did. And 2 strikeouts here for Hutton in the top half of the third. First pitch to Ryan Larson, a little bit outside.
And I think my favorite strikeout pitch, though, like 0-2, 1-2, is a high fastball.
Yeah. That one feels good. It's your best versus my best.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a high fastball. Go get it.
Comes the 1-0. That one swung on and missed by Larson. Stowe over there at third base jumped at that ball.
Hey, Riley's doing a nice job right now. He's just kind of got it dialed in right now.
Tyler Hutton, right.
Or Tyler Hutton, sorry. Yes. Tyler Hutton. He's just got it dialed in right now.
Here comes the 1-1. That one's bounces in the dirt in front of Michael Greer at home plate, so that'll be ball 2.
He's got command right now. And the kid for the Expos, he's got command right now. So we got a good little duel going here early in the ball game.
2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and missed by Larson. Another good pitch there by Hutton. Yeah, he was down 2-1 right there, but he hasn't been down very much. Hutton has on the mound.
Interesting pitch right here. What do you do with him?
I think curveball. Here comes the 2-1. That was a fastball. Yep. A little bit low.
Maybe try to get him to fish a little bit. Well,
now see, I would have liked curveball there because now it's almost certainly going to be fastball.
Yeah,
if you're the batter, that's all you're thinking about.
Full count. You got to have your best pitch right here.
Here comes the 3-2 fastball. Doesn't matter. Larson swings and misses.
James, he blew all 3 of them away.
3 strikeouts by Tyler Hutton in the inning. Troopers lead 1-0 on the range scoreboard as we head into the bottom half of the third. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Does your outfit need refueled? Roll on into Farmers Co-op. Their large parking lot and easy access pumps make fueling up a breeze. Feeling a little hungry? While you're there, pick up a little something from the Country Store Deli. Perhaps a Polish sandwich, chicken wings, or taquitos. Top it off with chips and a cold drink, and you're good to go. Farmers Co-op, open Mondays through Fridays from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m., weekends 6 a.m. to 10. For your convenience.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back, to Ernie Rodolini Field, Thorn Rider Park. Trooper Baseball, they're up 1-0. The Troopers are on the range scoreboard.
Your position players love you.
Thank you.
When Tyler Hutton goes strikeout, get back in the dugout quick.
Nice. You can just hang out,
let's go hit.
Think about what's for dinner.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't have to worry about fielding the ball. You're like, oh.
It's just like,
what can I have to eat?
Strike out the side, let's go walk in.
Right.
I mean, he really, right now, in the first 2 innings, Tyler's got command right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if he's pitching like that and you're in the outfield, you get ready when the pitch is starting to throw, but even like before that, you're thinking about what you're going to do after the game because,
But this kid from the Expos, he's given up a run, but he's still...
The Cloud's pitching well.
He's nibbling as well around the zone.
Yeah.
Good off-speed stuff. Now, if the Troopers could just be patient with the breaking ball stuff, you go through the second time through the lineup, it's going to be like sharks circling the boat.
If we keep seeing this much off speed, there's going to be a lot of early foul balls.
Yep, and then you're going to
eventually someone's going to tag it.
Yeah, then they're going to hammer it.
So Tony Carlson's going to come up to the plate, the 9-hole hitter for the Troopers. First pitch he sees in there for strike
fastball. I mean, he's been about 80-20 fastball, breaking ball.
Breaking ball, fastball, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carlson playing second base for the Troop. Here comes the 0-1. That one's low for ball 1. Make it a 1-1 count.
But, if you're a pitcher and you got that feeling where you're getting your stuff across, it's such a confident thing where your breaking ball, your off-speed stuff, you can throw for strikes, and the fastball is just, that's gravy.
Yeah. Here comes the 1-1 to Tony Carlson. That was an off-speed pitch as well. He had to sit on it. He grounds it to second base. Second baseman fields it cleanly and throws the ball in time to first for out number 1.
That was really kind of a good AB by Tony because, he sees the fastballs, then he sits on the curveball and grounds it, but it was right at the second baseman.
Yeah,
so still a nice job.
You can see he kind of stuttered a little bit on that curveball because
you could see the wheels were turning a little bit. He went with the pitch.
Yep.
He didn't try to pull the curveball.
Here comes Tyler Hutton, pitcher, and he watches ball 1. It'll be second at bat. Grounded out to the first baseman back in the first inning. Hutton, the lefty. against Kane McLeod, the righty. Here comes the 1-0. That one a little bit high and outside for ball 2. I haven't seen very much power yet from Tyler Hutton. I'd like to see him put one. I think he put one in the gap last game, if I remember correctly.
His game is speed.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Put it in play, let me run.
Yeah, 3-0 count now to Hutton.
He's definitely he's not a power guy.
No.
Anything in the gap is going to be 2 or 3.
But he flies. He puts one in the gap. I mean,
he
it's
can
triple,
really
maybe
run
inside the Parker. Here comes the 3-0. That one's way too high for ball 4. So he gets on base, like you said, his game. He's stealing bags. We'll see if he tries to steal one here.
Well, here now the Troopers are set. You got your speed coming up, top of the order. Now you got Hamrick, Stowe, and Greer coming up. Now you got the power guys coming up with a good speed at first base.
You got your speed guy on first and your power guys, 2, 3, 4 coming up to the plate. Hamrick steps in, and he grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning.
And you just want, you know what? Be patient, because you're not going to. This guy is not going to throw you a whole lot of fastballs. Because I'm telling you, these next 3 guys, if he does, he's going to really be in trouble.
2 straight pickoff moves by McLeod, but Hutton's back into first, no problem. I would imagine Hutton is going, and Hamrick linesman into left, but again, an early foul ball pulls it down the left field line, and
we saw
foul.
Trevor Stowe do that earlier at bat. And the thing is, when someone is not throwing hard, and you're going to see foul balls like that where you're just around on it so early.
Just a little bit early.
And it's hard, James, as a batter, not to jump at those balls because, like you said, you're not scared of velocity. It's so hard to sit back and let that ball get to you. It's so easy to jump on it and foul it like that because Cale was all over that pitch.
So, 0-1 to Cale Hamrick, and here it comes. That one lined into center field. Center fielder's going back. He's going to be able to make a play on it for out number 2. And
nice play.
Yep. Didn't hit it as hard as they thought he did. Hamrick had to go down on one knee and try to get that.
It was a low fastball, right? Below the knees probably. Had to go down and get it. Hit it well, but didn't really get a good charge into it. And again, Trevor Stowe will step in. I just heard somebody say, wait on it, you better.
Here comes that was a pickoff move by McLeod there. Hutton back in time as well again.
Yeah, you start jumping, that's what you start jumping, there's going to be a lot of pop-outs.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple already.
And here comes the first pitch to Stowe in the dirt.
Nice play by the catcher.
Yeah, good stop there. Didn't let Hutton get anywhere.
Kind of smothered that thing at the plate.
A 1-0 count to Trevor Stowe. And I would imagine Hutton. Here comes the 1-0. That one swung on and missed by Stowe. You gotta try to get Hutton into scoring position here with 2 outs, I think.
I mean, I know what Trevor's thinking. I got to get something in the gap.
And at this point,
anything in the gap, Hutton scores easily from first.
I think you'd rather have Stowe up at the beginning of an inning than the last guy in the inning with a runner on first. Here comes the 1-on. That one's low as well, and Hutton goes. Good block by the catcher, but Hutton too fast. Good jump there by Hutton. He gets over to second.
It was a good read by Tyler that time. I think the catcher made a grab at the ball and kind of fumbled a little bit. Tyler made a good jump.
Yep.
Made a good decision to go.
And the catcher kept it in front of him, too. It's not like it got behind him or anything.
Well, now you're base hit away from another run.
Yep, Hutton too fast. Here comes the 2-1 to Stowe. Just a little bit outside. Make the 3-1 count.
I would throw him a breaking ball right now. I'm not going fastball at all.
Not the 3-hole hitter.
Better not.
Here comes the 3-1. Swung on, driven into left field, and foul. Ooh. That would have been an RBI double at least for Trevor Stowe.
Like I told you, I wouldn't throw him a fastball, but he did. Okay, now the count's full.
Counts full, yep. Counts full, 2 outs. Runner on second base.
How much guts do you have as a pitcher to throw a breaking ball 3-2?
Well, it's not like there's any break in the lineup coming up next either. Michael Greer.
Exactly.
Like I said, he's been red hot, so.
I think you got to try to get this guy out. Let's see what he does.
Comes a 3-2. Stowe hits one into left field again, and early on it, and foul.
And again, it was that breaking ball again. He tried to pull it, James, instead of going the other way.
At some point, you'd like to see the Troopers maybe move up in the box just a tad as well.
It's so hard though if you're a pull guy and a power guy to sit back and go the other way.
Yeah. A lot easier said than done.
Yes.
Here comes the 3-2 once again to Stowe. That one inside for ball 4, so good at bat there by Trevor Stowe.
Oh, look at the runner at third.
Oh yeah, and a stolen base.
He just trotted to third.
Yeah.
The Rapid City guys didn't see him go.
Yeah, I fell asleep right there, to be honest with you, and so did they.
I mean, Tyler Hutton just jogged
he basically
to third.
Walked to third base.
Wow.
I didn't even think about that.
I looked up and I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
he's at third.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Hutton didn't realize that there was not a guy behind him, and he just jogged over to third base thinking it was a walk. But nonetheless, runner on third, runner on first. Stowe over on
you got
first.
a big stick right now at the plate.
Michael Greer up to the plate, and Stowe is going on the pitch. Pitch is a little bit outside. Stowe's there easily. No throw down.
I don't think you want to throw that down there.
I don't think so. Not with Hutton.
Not with Hutton at third. He's going to, if you throw down to second, it's a run for sure. Because Trevor probably had that base stolen because he got a good jump.
Yeah. So 1-0 count to Michael Greer now. And make it a 2-0 count. That one way outside.
Michael Greer has got to be drooling right now. It's
2-0
like a
count.
dog salivating. Throw something to me.
Here comes the 2-0. That one is fouled off the first base side. They're going to have a look, but it's going to get out of play.
Yeah.
Man, Hutton, probably the most nonchalant stolen base I think I've ever seen.
Well, I looked up and he's just kind of like trotting to third.
Yeah,
and I thought,
just
well,
walking over there.
The defense didn't do anything.
I didn't even think about it either. Here comes the 2-1 to Michael Greer. Curveball breaks back inside the front door. Good pitch, yeah.
Nice pitch. You got to lay off that as a batter.
He's got a pretty good curveball.
He threw that right at his inside shoulder. It had that late break, and okay.
We're going to get time here from Rapid City. Catcher's going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Maybe that last pitch is like, I wasn't expecting that, or what are we going to do here, 2-2? Well, 2-2, you're not throwing him another fastball, are you?
No. You got a throwaway pitch at this point. You might as well just throw that curveball again. So
just don't hang it.
Yep, here comes the 2-2 from McLeod. That one's hit well again. Pulled foul, though, into foul territory.
Michael was all over that thing.
Man, if you're a kid out there, if you're a kid listening to this, maybe go out into the bullpen in left field. You will have so much candy by the end of the day.
You will.
Here comes the 2-2 once again to Greer. That one popped foul territory on the first base side, and that one's going to get out of play.
Another breaking ball.
And Greer kind of reached for that one as
Michael's
well.
still trying to pull that breaking ball.
It's really hard. If it's on the outside corner, that's the great thing about that breaking ball. If you can paint it on the outside corner, you want to pull it so bad if you're the hitter. And almost always it's going to be a rollover ground ball or pop up.
That's where you have to be so disciplined to drive it the other way. Right center field is wide open.
Here comes the 2-2 again, and fouled once again on the third base side.
Look, this kid cannot get anything by Greer. And Michael is just fouling it off and pulling it hard. And you just think, okay, foul him off. He's going to make a mistake and throw one down the middle, and then you're going to get a good swing at it.
Yeah, if you're a wee lad, a child, go hang out in the Trooper bullpen, and you'll have basically a Halloween's haul of candy by the time this game is over. Here comes the 2-2 again. That one's in the right center field.
There you go.
That is going to get down. No, it is caught, run down by the right fielder. Great play.
That's a great play right there.
I called it too early.
That's an inning saver right there.
An inning saver. I thought for sure that was going to get down. I thought he hit that a lot harder, but the right fielder, good play by him on the run, full sprint. Reaches the glove up in the air and makes the play. So it remains a 1-0 lead for the Troopers on the Range scoreboard. We head into the top half of the fourth. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and on SheridanMedia.com.
You grunt and groan every time you stand, bend, or reach. Ow. Aching bones and aching joints, they're not just painful, they're noisy. But seriously, for some, aching joints are debilitating. The specialists at Sheridan Ortho work tirelessly to end your aches and pains. From advanced hand and upper extremity surgery, to computer-navigated spine surgery, to complex sports medicine like hip arthroscopy, you're in good hands. Sheridan Orthopedics, serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Visit SheridanOrtho.com. Same-day appointments may be available.
Visionary, keeping Sheridan County connected.
Welcome back to Trooper Baseball. We're threatening there, but couldn't get anything across. They had runners on second and third with 2 outs.
That was just a great play by the right fielder, James.
Yeah.
You and I both thought he hit. I thought Michael hit it a lot harder than he did. And, tip of the cap to the right fielder. He made a great play on it.
Kind of ran it down.
Yep.
Good play by him. So it stays 1-0 on the Range scoreboard. And we will see... Who do we got coming up here? 1, 2, 3 coming up to the plate. Jace Morgan, Graydon Juvie, and Carter Johnson coming to the plate for Rapid City. Jace Morgan grounded out to a 3 unassisted to start the day for Rapid City in this second game, and it's still Tyler Hutton on the bump. And why would you take him off? He's
done a nice
pitching
job.
as well as he could so far.
So through 3, we got a good pitcher's duel going.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Very good pitcher's duel so far.
Well, you're not walking guys and beaning guys, and everybody's staying in the ball game a little bit.
It's going by quickly too. Especially, I mean, that's what you want to see, especially at those with walks and stuff. It just makes the game a lot longer than it needs to be.
Yep.
Here comes the first pitch to Jace Morgan in there for strike 1. Morgan's second at bat. Lefty on lefty matchup. Here comes the 0-1. That one's fouled off. Third base side, now to play.
Love to see him bust him in on the hands right here. Some kind of a breaking ball or a fastball low and on the outside corner.
It's a 1-2 count now.
Try to make him chase right here.
Yeah. Got room to do anything you want here if you're Tyler Hutton, and he throws one over, hits a liner right to Tony Carlson over at second base, a one-hopper. He fields it cleanly, throws over to first for out number 1.
Next up, number 19, Braden Jimmy.
So that's about as easy of a ground ball as you're going to see Carlson get, or any second baseman get.
Hey, line drive, one hop out. Yep.
Feel it at the chest, an easy throw over. Hutton, first pitch to Graydon Juvie in there for strike 1, swung on and missed by Juvie. Juvie grounded out to the shortstop back in the first. Here comes the 0-1. That one swung on, fouled, first base side, now to play. So a quick 0-2 count to Juvie here as well. And Hutton still working very quickly again. Swung,
nice.
Missed there, an off-speed pitch, got Juvie way out in front. And that is strike 3 from Tyler Hutton. Man, if you're Hutton right now, you don't even want your infielders going around the world. Just give me the ball back. Let's go.
Give me the ball. Let's go. That's right. I mean, once you get into a groove, just give me the ball.
Keep the ball in my hand.
Exactly. Give it back to me. Let's go.
Carter Johnson up to the plate for Rapid City. Curveball there by Tyler Hutton. Didn't break over the plate. A little bit too high. Ball 1. Still 1-0 on the range scoreboard. The Troopers lead here in the top half of the 4th. Here comes the 1-0. That one's popped. First base side. Murner's going to have a look at it, and it's going to stay in play, and Murner will field it cleanly for out number 3.
That was nice and quick, wasn't it?
Nice and easy inning for Tyler Hutton. Hutton keeps pitching like this. It's going to be hard to take him out. Troopers lead 1-0 headed into the bottom half of the 4th. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Are you looking to expand your operation, purchase a new building, or get that business idea of yours off the ground? Hi, this is John Dick with First Bank of Wyoming. For all those business projects, big and small, we can help. Our decisions are made locally, and we're here for you every step of the way from concept to completion. Let's get started today. Stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2, or give us a call at 672-1733. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back. Ernie Radolini Field, Thorn Rider Park. I just realized I was looking down on the field, and Tim Daniels is still behind home plate after wearing one right off the noggin back in the last game.
You talk about somebody doing double duty.
Yeah, no kidding.
Twice behind the plate, back-to-back doubleheaders.
Yeah.
Tip of the cap.
I hate that I said noggin. I'll be honest with you.
Well, grill.
Oldest word in the book.
Grill.
Nothing's older than noggin.
No, he took it right in the grill. Noggin.
Noggin.
Yeah.
Ugh. Kind of grossed out by myself with that one.
The noggin? Why?
Well, it's just it's an old school term. It's an old person word, you know? Nobody says noggin.
Are you dogging old people?
No. Am I dogging noggin? Maybe.
Are you dogging me?
Well, no. You don't say it normally.
I'm like the grill.
Dylan Greeno-Groom up to the plate first. He swings and misses at another good curveball.
Kind of bailed on
Cloud.
Dylan. Kind of bailed on that pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of got caught in the bucket that time, swinging on it. Kind of got fooled a little bit.
That's got to be the only pitch you're looking for if you're the Troopers at this point. Another curveball. That one's hit. Third base side's going to go foul, though. Another one out in the Trooper bullpen. So an 0-2 count quickly to Dylan Greeno-Groom. Cloud still out there on the bump for Rapid City. Here comes the 0-2. That one hit into center field. It's going to hold up for the center fielder, not very far, and fielded cleanly for out number 1.
Good ball games tonight.
Yeah.
Troopers had to come from behind the first game to win it. This has been a really good one.
Yeah. This Rapid City team is better than I thought they were going to be honest with you. They're just a smaller ball club, but they
not a lot of
good
their
pitching.
The pitching's kept them in the game.
Yeah, Riley Green skies one into right field, and that one's going to hold up for the right fielder as well for quick out number 2.
Wow, we thought the last inning was quick.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or the last half. This one's going really fast.
3 pitches, 2 outs so far. That's going to bring up Avid Barney.
That's what you love if you're a pitcher. You could throw 3, 4, 5, 6 pitches, or 7 or 8. Anything under 10 pitches, that's a hell of an inning.
Avid Barney has an RBI single on the day, responsible for the only run. He lines one into left field.
Nice
That's going to
job.
hold up for another base hit.
Nice job of hitting right there
Yeah,
from
Avid
Avid. Go the other way with it.
Barney having a good day so far. 2 singles with an RBI.
The pitch was on the outer third. Avid, the lefty, just went right with it and served it up into left.
I'll bring up Dyson Murner, first baseman.
See if Dyson can get a good look at one right here.
Popped out to the first baseman back in the second. And Avid Barney is going on the throw. Here comes the throw down. That one not in time. Avid Barney there, no problem.
Well, now you got your runner in scoring position, so base hit's going to score a run.
Pitch was in there for Dyson Murner for strike 1.
Let's see if Dyson can get a hold of one here.
Yeah, we've seen his power before, but it's been a little bit since he's really gotten into one.
Dyson's got a little pop.
Here comes the 0-1 to Dyson. McLeod comes set, and that one swung into right field. It's going to be a tough play. It's going to get by the right fielder in front of him, and then gets by him, and that's going to allow Avid Barney to come home and score.
That was a great job of hitting.
Single.
That was a great job of hitting by Dyson Murner. He went with the pitch was low and away, and he served that up into right field, and you know what? He did his job, and he got the run across. That's a great job of situational hitting, and when you can get runs with 2 outs, that is huge.
Wasn't hit the hardest, but just put right out there in front of the left fielder, or excuse me, in front of the right fielder, and it got by the right fielder as he tried to make a sliding grab, and that allows Avid Barney to come home and score. I'll bring up Tony Carlson.
Nice job of hitting by Dyson Murner with 2 outs.
Carlson grounded out to the second baseman in the third. He just watched strike 1. And here comes the 0-1. That one's low.
What Dyson Murner just did, those are the kind of plays or the at-bats that win you games at state tournaments.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of games that get you to regional tournaments. That kind of play right there, that at-bat.
1-1 count now to Carlson. Cloud ready. Here comes the pitch. That one low as well. Blocked well by the catcher, but he kind of lost it a little bit, and that allows Dyson Murner to go to second.
Great read by Dyson. The ball just kind of squirted away just enough, and he got a great read on it. Now you're back to that same situation. Runner on second in scoring position now, and Anthony's a single away from tying this or to get another run across.
So 2-1 count now to Tony. Dyson Murner on second, and here comes the 2-1. That one's going to hit right back up the middle, and the second baseman's going to be there, but he kind of bobbles it, and that allows Tony to get there safely, and Murner move over to third.
I think that's an E4.
That is, I think I'm okay with putting that down as an E4 as well.
But you get back to the top of the order.
Yeah.
So runners on the corner now with 2 outs, and you got the sticks coming up.
Tyler
Now
Hutton.
all of a sudden, James, the Troopers have a chance here with the top of the order coming up, maybe to get a little more here.
Yep. Hutton coming up to the plate. He's
been really good on the mound so far through 4.
Grounded out to the first baseman back in the first, and he walked in the third with a couple of stolen bases. First pitches he sees in his third at bat, fouled off on the third base side. A wiffle ball come into play again. Somebody's hammering the ball over there.
They are
wiffle ball.
pounding the wiffle ball game. The wiffle ball game looks very intense.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-1 to Hutton. That one's a little bit outside for ball 1.
Interesting to see. It depends on the count, obviously. Do you start the runner at first? I just don't think the Expos will throw down.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing that.
Here comes the 1-1 in there for strike 2. Catches the inside corner on the lefty Hutton. So 1-2 count now to Tyler. Here it comes. That one's
Ooh, boy.
a little bit low for ball
James,
2.
I don't know
Very
about
close.
you. That's a tough one to lay off right there. Ooh, boy.
I don't know if he's...
With 2 strikes, that was a tough one to lay off. But, hey, tip of the cap for laying off that thing.
A brave hold there. Here comes the 2-2. That one's lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit and RBI for Tyler Hutton. Move Tony Carlson over to second. An RBI single for Tyler Hutton.
And you know what? They're doing it all with 2 outs. You got 2 great base hits, Dyson Murner, and now Hutton come through with great base hits, and now the lumber comes up.
Yep, Cale Hamrick.
The guys that can really swing it are up there.
Cale Hamrick coming to the plate. Here comes the first pitch to him. Runners on first and second. He watches ball 1 in the dirt.
I know the next 3 guys would love to get a shot right here. Stowe is on deck, and then Michael Greer sitting back there. You know, all of a sudden you have a chance with the power guys up to bust it open.
And all 3 of these guys, 2, 3, 4, have been early all game against Kane McLeod.
It is so hard, though.
Curveballs.
It's hard not to jump at balls like that when it's the velocity's not there. But the kid's done a nice job for Rapid City. Both pitchers for the Expos tonight done a good job.
Hamrick watches ball 2, and that one's in the dirt as well for ball 3.
You know, you'd love it right now to load him up and give Trevor Stowe a shot right here.
3-0 count now to Cale Hamrick. I wouldn't challenge him at this point. It's a 3-0 count.
He's not going to swing because you know you got Stowe on deck.
That's true.
You'd love
the strike over.
You know, you'd love to see if Cale can reach to give Trevor just a hack at something.
Yeah.
To hit something real hard. Nothing. You know, I was looking, no action in the bullpen for the Expos. The first baseman came over to talk to his pitcher a little bit, maybe a little encouragement.
Calm him down a little bit, yeah.
He's like, don't mess around with this guy.
Here comes the 3-0.
I just don't think Cale's going to swing here. I'll be shocked.
3-0 to Hamrick. That one's way outside. That'll be ball 4.
Well, now you get your wish.
Yep.
Now Trevor Stowe will step in. Great power. Now Trevor's just got to be disciplined. Now all of a sudden showing a little wildness here, so you want to be patient because he's not hitting the zone. But I'm telling you what, 1 pitch in 1 spot, Trevor Stowe can really open this thing up right now.
Got bases loaded. Carlson on third, Hutton on second, Hamrick on first. First pitch Stowe sees outside, low and outside for ball 1.
You know, all of a sudden he's having a hard time finding the zone.
And it feels like anything in the gap right now as well. With the speed you got on first and second, scoring 2
easily. Hamrick will score easily.
That one's lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to allow 2 to score for the Troopers. Hutton coming around, and Carlson in easily. So a 2 RBI single by Trevor Stowe. And we've got manager coming out to the bump.
Yep, I think, you
Have
know,
a conversation.
Now you got action in their bullpen. And now you're looking, and this is all, James, it's all been done with 2 outs.
Yeah.
They've scored 4, all with 2 outs.
Good 2-out plate appearances.
You know, you got 3 singles with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, all the damage with 2 outs. And that is so great to see. If you're a manager, this is the stuff you love to see.
Dream.
This is game-winning stuff right here. 2 outs, RBIs are huge.
2-out hitting is not easy to accomplish, especially in a row like this. You know, you get to the brink with 1 out remaining.
And
it's
now
hard
Greer's
to
going to step in.
Yeah, true.
With guys on first and second with 2 outs, Michael has seen this guy now for the 3rd time. Look out!
This is the 9th batter in the inning for the Troopers.
You know, there might be some more fireworks here, so let's wait and see.
Runners on first and second. Manager came out just to have a talk with his pitcher. No substitutions or anything. So runners on first and second. After the 2 RBI single by Trevor Stowe. Here comes the first pitch. That one's popped sky high. On the infield, second baseman fielded cleanly for out number 3. Michael Greer's going to be kicking himself after that one.
Oh, yeah, he is.
But nonetheless, Troopers get 4 across, make it a 5-0 lead for the Troop on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
What's better than the best? The West. And living your West life means having it all. Range high-speed internet when you need to be connected, and the ideal location when you're ready to disconnect. Map out a hiking route and find your outlet on the trail. Reserve the perfect campsite and unplug around the fire. Research where the big fish are biting and reel in a recharge. Get started today by visiting range.net.
Hi, this is Ken Balkenbush with Prime Rate Motors and Super Trailer Store, and you're listening
welcome
to
back
Sheridan
to
Media
Ronaldini Field,
Sports.
Thorn Rider Park. Just saw a great.
Look, James, 4 runs
Yeah.
with 2 outs. Doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it does not get any better than that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You just saw a great display of teamwork there by the Troopers as well.
Definitely. Great at bats.
Yep.
To drive those runs in with 2 outs. Nice job.
A secondary display of teamwork, though. They put a chair out on the field. Michael Greer was
Don't
the
you
last
love
batter.
that?
Last batter, he's
Never
the catcher.
seen that. I've
and
never seen
put the
that.
chair on the field. You had 2 guys working on the shin pads, and then Michael Greer just puts the chest pad on. It was like a pit stop.
Have you ever
in
seen
F1.
that before?
No. Got to work on the time a little bit. If you're trying to get pit stop times.
I love Formula One racing.
I love
Pit stops are like 3.5 seconds.
I know. They got to work on the time.
That was more like 27 seconds.
Yeah. They
But
gotta
still,
work
I
on it
have
a little
never
bit.
seen a team pull a chair out on the
Yeah.
field and dress the catcher.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I wish
think
we
that's
had
awesome.
that. That would be awesome.
It would be.
Yeah, those guys in F1, they do it a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
I'd say.
3.8 seconds,
a little bit
2.9
quicker.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll get there eventually, maybe, but nonetheless, heading into the top half of the 5th, Troopers leading 5-0 on the range scoreboard. We're going to get 4, 5, 6 coming up. It'll be Hadley Burris for Rapid City first. Hutton still on the bump. First pitch, Burris. He's in there for strike 1.
Tyler's done a nice job going here, you know.
It's going to be hard to yank him at any point in this game if he's working as quickly as he is.
He's shown command.
Comes the 0-1. That one's a little bit inside. Ball 1.
But he's done a nice job of showing command, kind of, kind of keeping the batters off pace a little bit. The Troopers finally started to get to McLeod a little bit.
Here comes the 1-1. That one catches the outside corner.
That was
Strike
a
2.
favorable strike call.
I think he deserves it at this point. You're kind of maybe expanding it just a tad because of how well he's pitching.
As they say, just a snatch above the belt.
That
maybe.
one a little bit outside for ball 2, an off-speed pitch.
But if you're pitching, you don't care. He's
no.
going to call it a strike. Give me a strike,
Give me
baby.
the 3 strikes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Here comes the 2-2. That one swung on and missed. And
that's one of those
tagged
pitches
out
right
at the
there.
plate.
If you can get guys out by throwing the ball out of the strike zone, you're on the money.
Yep.
Because that pitch was down low, just induced the swing. That's all you want to do.
Hutton has struck out 5 of the last 7 batters.
Yeah, well, there you go. He's just got it dialed in.
Yep. Lars Kiefer come to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. I can go even further back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the last 9 batters he's struck out, going back to the 2nd inning. And that one a little bit outside for Hutton there. So a 1-1 count to Lars Kiefer, and here it comes. That one swung on, fouled first base side, going to be out of play. So again,
when you
Hutton working ahead.
We talk about the American Leagues of Baseball. You play a position, but you're going to have to pitch too. Look, Tyler patrols center field.
Yeah.
But look what he's done on the mound tonight.
Yeah, he's been
That's just
fantastic.
another feather in the cap for the coaches.
He's been really good all day.
He really
Very
has.
good at the plate. He watches. Kiefer watches one outside for ball 2.
Tyler's had a good day all the way around.
Yeah, great
Now
at the
he's
plate.
just kind of showing his stuff off on the mound.
Yep, having a really good day on the bump already.
Mm-hmm.
So 2-2
Couple
count
of
now to
base hits,
Kiefer.
some RBIs.
Yep, that one just a little bit high and outside for ball 3. And Hutton for the most part has worked ahead this entire game. 3-2 count now, but that's been pretty rare. Here comes the 3-2. That one swung on, fouled, out of play again. Troopers leading 5-0 on the range scoreboard, and in the top half of the 5th. 3-2 count to Kiefer. And here it comes. Swung on, fouled back
Great
again.
pitch. Kiefer did a good job to fight that one off.
Yeah, fouled back right into the backstop.
That was that inside corner fastball at the knees. I don't think he was expecting that, so a good job. When you get fooled, if you can, somehow foul it off, it's a good job.
Here comes the 3-2. That one lined into left field, hit pretty well. Gets by the left fielder for the Troopers. Fair ball. That's going to allow Kiefer to stroll into second base with a stand-up double. That is Riley Green out there. He tried to make a reaching grab for it, but it got by him just a little bit out of reach towards the left-handed foul line.
That was fair by about 3 feet. He ran a long way and darn near got.
Nearly
at
got
first, I thought he was going to get there.
So
nice job at hitting those. Good. He got plenty of wood on that. Or
good battle
metal.
too.
Yeah, it was a good battle. Yeah, I thought Riley had a shot at it, but
close.
Again, it was hit a little bit too hard.
It just landed, like you said, about 3 feet out of the range of the foul line, and one hop the wall allows Kiefer to stroll into second base so they stand up double. First time we've really seen him hit Hutton hit hard so far today. So that's going to bring up Ashton Paulson, the DH. First pitch he sees, popped. More like a lazy fly ball into center field, not really a pop. And they're going to tag, and Dylan Greeno-Groom with the throw.
You got to be kidding me.
And out at third.
You know, I think he might have been safe. He's not happy.
Yeah.
They cut the throw off, but you know what? I'm going to say this about baseball, and we might not take a break right here because he's going to be out on the throw out, but you're out on principle because you have no business tagging on a high fly ball to shallow center field.
Yeah.
You have no business doing that. Now, I will say this. I thought he was going to be out on the throw. The ball was cut off by the shortstop, and then they flipped it to him. I thought the runner was safe.
I do too. I think he.
But you're out on principle.
But
it's like, what are you doing? Yeah. You're down 5-0. Your run does not mean a whole lot in this name of the game. And now we go to the bottom of the fifth. So we'll keep it right here. But that's just kind of shocking to me. But what do I know?
What's the cardinal rule? You never make the first or the third
out at third base ever.
That was the third out at third base.
I mean, that is like if you want to be struck down by lightning in baseball.
Yeah.
You'll do that in a lightning bolt.
Gods.
And the baseball gods will throw a lightning bolt at you.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was just when I didn't think he was going to go.
I thought mistakenly, Cale Hammer cut that off. I think he should have let that go all the way through. And maybe slowed it down just a tad.
Like, if it goes all the way through, he's out by a mile.
Yeah.
But the relay made it a little bit closer. Then at first I thought, maybe he was in there. But you know what? Doesn't matter what we think. We're going to the bottom of the fifth with the Troopers up 5-0.
Yep. We'll have Dylan Greeno-Groom, Riley Green, Avid Barner, the same people that led off
it's just
last inning.
When you're a purist.
Yeah.
When you're a baseball purist, that kind of stuff drives you insane.
First pitch to Greeno-Groom, outside for ball one. Like I said, Dylan Greeno-Groom led off last inning.
Now, I don't want to be a baseball purist because then people mock you.
Comes the 1-0. That one right side but foul. Pulled right side but foul.
No, because like purists.
You're baseball purist though, but do you believe in like the universal DH?
Yes.
So you're not necessarily.
And the new rules. The new rules.
Great.
I think it's been the best thing the game's done in 50 years.
Yeah. 1-1 is
I mean,
way
the universal
outside.
DH, James, and speeding the game up, that's what baseball lacked because it was slow and it was boring. Now it's a little quicker. I just agree with all of it.
Comes the 2-1. That one's a little bit low for ball three.
Yeah, finally the powers that be in Major League Baseball finally did something right. And next thing is put Pete Rose in the freaking Hall of Fame, for God's sake.
Here comes the 3-1. That one hit hard right in between the hole and second and first base.
Smacked it good.
For a base hit from Dylan Greeno-Groom.
Nice solid ground ball, base hit. Yeah, put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Roger Clemens in the Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I know they did steroids, so what?
I would argue the game has never been better than when Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds were hitting the ball 500 feet.
1998.
Yeah.
That's when the game changed, and I think we're going to get a pitching change.
Yeah, pitching change. Manager's coming out.
Well, he hasn't pointed at anybody yet. Or maybe we're going to talk it over.
Maybe somebody in the infield. Nope, they're taking the ball out of his hand.
Yep, that's it.
So
hey, you know what, though? I will say this. This kid did a nice job.
Yeah,
the Troopers finally got to him, but McLeod did a nice job tonight. I think they finally got to him because he just couldn't change speeds enough.
Yeah, tagged him a tad in the fourth. I think he was hanging the ball a little bit over the plate too much towards the second half of that lineup as the lineup came back through. We'll take a quick break as they warm up the next pitcher. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Your business deserves a strong partner. First Federal Bank and Trust provides cash management services to help your business collect, disperse, and manage funds. Whether you need merchant services or positive pay fraud protection, our team will find the tools that best support your business. Contact a cash management officer today by visiting efirstfederal.bank. First Federal Bank and Trust is your partner in success. Member FDIC.
Come experience the thrill of driving a true powerhouse HD truck. Waring Sheridan Chevrolet has in stock right now the all-new 2024 Silverado 2500 HD in iridescent pearl 6.6-liter turbo diesel. Waring Chevrolet has many other trucks from heavy haulers to light duties with low miles. Stop by and explore over 80 vehicles, including Tahoes and Suburbans that are in stock with more arriving. Waring Chevrolet, 107 East Alger, open Saturdays till 4.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT.
Hello, this is Benton Johnson with Sheridan Motor, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Elder will come to the game and pitch. He was the catcher for Rapid City last game, and now he's working on the bump in relief of Kane McLeod.
And McLeod did a nice job.
Yeah.
Troopers just finally got to it.
Tagged a little bit in that fourth inning, but for the most part, done a pretty good job. Kept him silent for as long as he could, I think. We got runner on first, and first pitch from Elders a little bit high for ball one, and it's Riley Green up to the plate for the Troopers. Still no outs. Troopers leading 5-0 on the range scoreboard. And the bottom half of the fifth inning. Here comes the 1-0, runners going, and the throw down, not in time. And Dylan Greeno-Groom's got a stolen
Good jump
back.
by Dylan, good jump. Throw was high, but he got a good jump on it. I think he's safe, even if the throw's on the money.
Yeah, he had a really good jump.
I think he had it stolen.
So a 2-0 count to left fielder Riley Green.
It's a good chance at that time, strategy-wise, to run on a relief pitcher. Because that's the last thing he's thinking.
Here comes the 2-0. That one's in there for strike one.
Little slider.
Yeah, he's got Elder's got a pretty good slide step as well. So
he kind of throws 3/4, and it's kind of he doesn't really bring the ball back. He really short arms it.
A quick motion.
Yep.
Here comes the 2-1. That one a little bit low. So I'll make it a 3-1 count.
Yeah, with nobody out, Troops got another chance here, James. Put another number up there.
At the very least, with no outs here, runner on second, he should put one across. Is the expectation.
Well, that's what you got to get him in, don't you?
Comes the 3-1. That one skied. Going to remain in the infield.
Way to do it.
Nope. Remain in the infield and fielded cleanly by the third baseman over there for out number one. A little pop out by Riley Green will bring up Avin Barney. Avin Barney so far today has got a single, RBI single, got the scoring going for the Troopers back in the second, and then he singled again in the fourth, came around to score. So 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a run on the second game.
Boy, something in the cap would be beautiful right here.
And scores around a bunt.
Nice.
Perfect bunt.
Oh, my
Gonna have
goodness.
a tough play over at first, and it's not there. Ball gets by the first baseman. Avin Barney slips a little bit, but he's going to be able to get into second no problem because that ball got way over into right field. That allows Dylan Greeno-Groom to score as well. So an attempt
Error one, E1, got another run across.
Catcher is the E2.
Yep, E2 on the catcher. Ball really sailed on him into right field.
Yeah, that was an attempted sacrifice, it looked like, but
it was a great bunt. He killed it. He killed it right at the plate because you're just trying to advance the guy over, and the catcher threw it away.
Yep. That allows Greeno-Groom to come around to score. And that'll bring up Dyson Murner. Swung on and fouled off by Murner. They were
the runner started, James.
Yep, a little run and hit action there.
You don't usually see that with the runner on second base where you're going to start the runner early.
Yeah.
But they did.
Murner so far today popped out to the first baseman in the second,
but you got
singled in the fourth.
You got good speed out there, too.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-1 to Murner. That one's low, and that'll make it 1-1.
You know, the 6-0 lead, I like the fact, obviously you don't want to steal third and get that out.
No.
But when you're up 6-0, you have a little cushion. Hey, let's put a little heat on them, see if they can get us out.
Also, with a lead like this, is also a good time, minorly. And here the runner going way early, had it stolen, no problem.
Yep.
Read the tempo of the pitcher and just said, yep, I'm going to go because
the pitcher that time had no clue.
Nope.
And the runner took off. Dylan made it to third easily. No play.
Fall asleep like that, sometimes the runners will take advantage of you. Dyson Murner hits one into the hole. That's going to be an RBI single. Good base running, puts a runner at third, and then he comes around to score on the single.
Nice job by Dyson.
Yep.
There's a little off-speed curveball. He just sat on it. You know what? And you drive in your 7th run. And now the Troopers, I don't want to jinx it with one out here in the inning, have a chance to end this bad boy. with
True,
the 10-run
7-0.
rule.
Yep, 7-0 ball game now on the range scoreboard.
And they've been really methodical with this. They've kind of taken, and now they did have the big 4-run inning, but they've kind of methodically done this.
Here comes the first pitch to Tony Carlson. That one's outside for ball 1.
And I kind of have the feeling launching. Our pitcher right now is more a damage control guy. We're out of it, so let's bring somebody in just to throw.
And the 1-0 low as well. Make it 2-0.
Because we're going to play 2 more tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the last time you're going to see this team.
No, they're playing a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. James and I will be here. We're going to have it all for you on KWY on 106.9 FM and our live video web stream as well.
That one in there for strike 1. 2.
We're going to be missing Coleman tomorrow, though.
Yeah, Coleman.
Got
another job.
Coleman had the cheeseburger, though, in between games. Thumbs up. Best cheeseburger in town.
Always thumbs up. Here comes the 2-1. That one nearly hits Tony.
That was close.
Just out of the way of it.
I was going to say, how didn't that hit him? You want some good food? Polish dogs, hot dogs, burgers? Come to Thornrider.
Gursky sausage down here, too, yeah. Here comes the 3-1. That one's pounded into the dirt first base side, but it goes foul.
Hit it well. Just missed it.
Yeah. So 3-2 count now to Tony Carlson. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 across already for the Troopers. 7-0 lead on the range scoreboard. And here comes the 3-2. That one just misses outside for ball 4. So now runners on first and second once again. And we come into the top half of the lineup for the Troopers. By the way, how about the day Avin Barney's having?
Avin's had a great day.
He's been very heads up.
Yep.
That stolen base there was huge. Just allows an easy, lazy line drive to score him. He's got 2 singles. Come across the score twice now. Very good at the plate in this second game. Runners on first and second. Hutton squares around a bunt, but the ball gets by the catcher. No bunt needed. Runners on second and third now on the pass ball. So, Troopers threatening again.
I have this feeling right now for the Expos. They're coming to the recognition that we ain't coming back.
I don't think so. Not.
You know what? Tomorrow's a new day. You know they're going to stay overnight. We'll come back tomorrow at 10. First pitch again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Second game at noon. And the biggies, though, are Saturday. Come out to the ballpark Saturday.
Comes the 1-1. That one's a little bit low and inside for Hutton to make it 2-1.
Troopers and Casper Oilers, and Casper has really started to play well. It's going to be a dogfight Saturday. Come out to the ballpark. Cheer on the Troopers on Saturday at 2 o'clock for the first game.
2-1. Low as well. 3-1 count.
I just have this feeling we're going to see a dandy on Saturday.
Think so?
With the Oilers and the Troopers, yep. I really think we're going to see a really good, hard-fought doubleheader. So I think both teams are going to throw their best.
It's a league game, too.
We're going to see the 1 and 2 pitchers for both clubs.
Yep. Here comes the 3-1. That one's high for ball 4, so the bases are juiced for Cale Hammer coming up to the plate.
Well, Cale right now can end it.
Yep. If he puts one in the gap, enough speed, we're going to have another pitching change, it looks like, with the Rapid City manager coming out to the mound. I want to get an official.
Yep, we got somebody coming in from the pen. Yep.
Looks like it, yep. All right, so we're going to have another pitching change. We'll go to break. Rapid City switching their pitchers once again. Troopers lead 7-0 on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on 1410 AM, 106.9 FM KWYO, and watching live on SheridanMedia.com.
Wow, what a great year for the Sheridan High School sports. This community is so proud of the young men and women.
At 307 Real Estate, we would like to say congratulations to all the Sheridan County sports teams.
You can be assured that 307 Real Estate will continue to be here for now and in the future. 307 Real Estate is a proud Wyoming company here to serve you, and we take pride in helping our Wyoming families in any way we can. Call Kathy and Jack at 307-763-1249.
Your kids are grown and out of the house, but now your aging parents are needing some help. Does this sound familiar? Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Keeping track of medications can be confusing. Dosage, frequency, and what about that new prescription?
Hi there, this is Jim and Chosky with Stiefel Financial. You're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
The mound, Ashton Polson.
Right now, the Troopers up 7-0 with 1 out. I got a chance to end it.
Yeah, Kel Hamrick, the heart of your order coming up to the plate.
You know, you got 2-3-4 coming up and a chance to end the ball game. You need 3 runs to get to the 10-run rule. And again, same 2 teams tomorrow, 10 a.m. and noon. And we'll have those for you, live for you tomorrow on our video web stream and also on KWYO. Also, then we want to say on Saturday, I think come out to the ballpark Saturday.
Is it just one game or
Two
There's
games.
2 games. Okay.
2 and 4 o'clock on Saturday against the Casper Oilers. League play opens, and now all this stuff we talked about for the last month and a half or 2 months.
Now it matters.
Now it matters. Yep.
League, do you call it league play or conference play?
Well, league play, conference play, kind
What's
of the same
difference,
thing.
right?
I call it league.
Is...
I call it league because it's like American League, National League.
Oh, okay.
It's baseball.
Gotcha.
Conference is like basketball, football, wrestling.
I think of league play for whatever reason. I think of like golf, like when you go and play with.
What do you think about live golf and the PGA?
Oh,
it's
man.
almost like I feel dirty.
Yeah.
I feel kind of slimy
There's
and dirty.
Just
those guys that jump to go to live
Yeah.
golf, like Brooks Koepka.
They made the right decision. I feel bad.
I just want them to pound sand. I hope they lose. I hope they get shoulder injuries. I hope they lose every time they go out.
Hold on now. I don't know about the injuries.
Phil Mickelson, Koepka, all those guys, I hope they lose for the rest of their lives.
I'm okay with that. I feel bad for Tiger, Rory McIlroy, who held out, said,
they got sold out.
We're not going to do this.
Those guys,
because
Rory McIlroy was
principles.
The voice of the PGA Tour, and he got sold out. Let's finish this bad boy off right here.
We got Cale Hamrick up at the plate. Ashton Paulson now on the bump. They're DH, so no more DH in effect for the Rapid City Expos. He'll just come in and pitch and hit if this game continues on here. Bases are loaded. And first pitch that Hamrick sees fouls off first base side out of play.
Kind of a fastball high and away.
Yep.
Tried to pull it. If you try to pull it, that's exactly where the ball is going to go, into the parking lot on the right side.
Basically the first fastball he's seen this whole game, it feels like.
I was going to say, yeah.
Bases are loaded. We got Tony Carlson on second, Dyson Murner over at third, and Tyler Hutton on first. That one's a little bit low to Hamrick, make it a 1-1.
If Tyler Hutton scores, my friends, the ball game will be over.
And there's nobody you'd rather have over on first if you're looking for a pure speed guy.
Anything in the gap, this ball game might be over.
Especially right center. If it's in right center in this game,
if Cale can serve one up, if he can hit one hard in the gap, that'll be it.
Or hit one over, and then it's,
might as
really
well.
over.
Sure.
Here comes the 1-1. That one outside, make it ball 2.
But,
so
I like the fact that, you can be selective right now. Cale's showing kind of that maturity, knowing what the situation is, but don't be diving at pitches and trying to hit stuff you can't hit. He's looking for one pitch in one spot right now.
Yeah, I think the positive for this middle heart of the lineup for the Troopers is they're all very selective. Here comes the 2-1. That one outside as well. Make it ball 3.
That's a good one to lay off as well. Low and away. Cale can't do anything with that.
No.
A right-handed batter can't do anything with that pitch.
So
Here's the dangerous pitch right here.
Yep.
You don't want to walk a guy in.
Comes the 3-1. High. Make it ball 4. RBI walk for Cale Hamrick. That'll bring it Dyson Murner.
Walk the guy in.
So Trevor Stowe will come up to the plate.
And Trevor's got a chance
to end it as well.
Yep. Any extra, any base hit I think right now wins the ball game.
Yeah.
Because Tyler Hutton runs so. We've talked about that. He runs so well. He's at second base. A single. If I'm Rapid City and want to extend the game, I pull my outfield
in. Yeah.
Yep.
So Trevor Stowe up to the plate, looking to end this game.
Base hit's going to win the ball. Is going to end it right here because again Hutton runs so well at second. They'll never get him.
Here comes the first pitch to him. That one's hit into center field. The center fielder played it perfectly though.
Yep.
A line out right to the center fielder. He was playing in.
He was playing really shallow, James.
Yep.
He was really playing shallow, and Trevor hit it right on the button, and he made the play. Now you got one out. Now Michael Greer's got a chance to try to end it with a base hit.
Yep. And again, played that perfectly out in center field, playing it short. And if that ball lands in front of him, Hutton's coming home to score, as well as Tony Carlson. That's the game. But good play
Trevor
there with
hit
the center
that
fielder.
thing right on the money, but the center fielder was just Johnny on the spot, playing in the right place.
So base is still loaded, no movement after that fly ball. Michael Greer up to the plate. 2 outs now in the bottom half of the 5th. 8-0 lead for the Troopers on the range scoreboard. And here comes the first pitch to Michael. That one's high for ball 1. This is, once again, Michael Greer, the 9th batter. The Troopers have batted around in 2 straight innings. One-0 count to Michael Greer. And here comes the 1-0 outside for ball 2. I think you're taking, if you're Michael Greer with bases loaded, you're taking until you see a strike.
Yeah, you're taking until you see a strike. You're trying to get out of this thing, end it.
So a 2-0 count to Michael Greer. And here it comes. Curveball, good pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike one. 2-0 curveball.
Just nipped nipped it.
I think caught a lot of people off guard, that 2-0 curveball. Ashton Polson, good pitch there. So 2-1 count now. Carlson on third, Hutton on second, and Hamrick on first. Here comes the 2-1. That one hits Michael Greer, and that is an RBI hit by pitch.
And so now you're one run away from being done.
Yep. Work a walk if you have to, if you're Dylan Greeno-Groom here.
Number 24, Dylan Greeno-Groom.
You know what? No place to put him.
Oh. Probably.
If I'm the pitcher right now, I just hit the spot because I can't walk the guy.
Yeah.
Because the game's over. No matter what happens, it's over.
This is Dylan Greeno-Groom's second at bat in this inning as well. And first pitch he sees outside for ball one.
You know what? He's not swinging until he sees a strike.
No. And Michael Greer over there maybe rubbing his back just a little bit, but the easiest RBI you'll ever get.
It's getting drilled.
Yeah, getting drilled right in the back. Get a nice little RBI reward for it. Your on base percentage goes up. Good feeling. The 1-0 to Dylan. Swung on, dribbled, first base side, kind of a swinging bunt. Going to be a tough play.
Oh, ball game.
Kind of bobbled it. The pitcher kind of bobbled it on the first base side, and that is going to be a walk-off. Is that an error? You think you call that an error?
No, I'm going to call that an infield single, walk-off, infield single.
Walk-off, infield single. The Troopers win it 10-0, 10-run rule. After 5, they get 5 in the 5th, 4 in the 4th, and 1 in the 2nd, and that is the extent of the scoring in the second game.
I don't know. I thought they were very I thought the Troopers let the game come to them. We had the great situational hitting on the 4-run 4th inning. It was all those 4 runs, James, were with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And that's huge. And then in the 5th, of course, then he just went off, and then the pitching kind of struggled a little bit. So, Troopers win it tonight, or sweep the doubleheader tomorrow. We're going to be back here. We'll let everybody know. Coleman, thank you for being here. Coleman Hanchett, our video producer. Coleman will not be with us tomorrow, but James and I will be here. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, first game of the doubleheader. Second game around noon. We'll have it all live for you on KWYO and 1410 AM and 106.9 FM, and also the live video web stream, SheridanMedia.com. We're going to get a break right now. We'll come back with more. You're listening to Trooper Baseball on KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Hi, this is Kyla Allen with ERA Carroll Realty. Our wonderful downtown is a place friends love to explore when they come to visit. For the next 2 years, these downtown businesses will be challenged with construction, which will directly impact their opportunities to attract customers. Please find ways to shop and support these businesses. Many of them offer fine online shopping and have additional parking off Main Street with back entrances that can be used. Thanks from all of us at ERA Carroll Realty.
Are you ready to begin your college journey but aren't sure where to start? At Sheridan College and Sheridan College in Johnson County, we are here to help guide you through every step of the way. Stop by anytime Monday through Friday during business hours to meet with an enrollment.
Welcome back, everybody, as we wrap it up tonight. Troopers sweep the doubleheader. They'll same 2 teams tomorrow, 10 a.m. Again, James and I will be back with you tomorrow, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Troopers and Expos on KWYO, and we'll be on also our live video web stream tomorrow. And then the biggies are coming up on Saturday. The Troopers open up league play against the Casper Oilers. And I just want to invite you, if you have a chance on Saturday, to come out to the ball games. First game at 2, second game at 4 o'clock. Come on out, enjoy all the festivities of baseball here at Thornrider Stadium on Rodolini Field. The concession stands waiting for you. They got great food. Bring the family. Come on out and watch some baseball on Saturday if you can't make it tomorrow. Until then, I'm Trevor Jackson for SheridanMedia.com Sports.